ートマジンガー登場。スクランブルダッシュ。アトミックパンチ。マジンガーブレード。アトミックパンチマジンガーブレードで韓国大将軍をやっつけろ。無敵の王者ジャンボマシンダー新グレートマジンガートピーより新発売。東芝が鮮やかさのスケールを変えた世界初の技術ブラックストライプ。カラーの極限東芝 IC ブライトロンブラックストライプ。フルマークの怪獣ボーリングゲーム。狙いもピンセットも一人で OK だよ。ブルマークの怪獣ボーリングゲーム。
今新たな興奮が始まる。よみがえる熱きヒーローたち。超リアルな造形で完全再現。バンダイウルトラ怪獣シリーズ新登場。
Roses are red, this kaiju is blue. Today on Collect All Monsters, Ikimashu!
Hello and what's up, and welcome to episode 49 of Collect All Monsters, the collectible show that focuses on the kaiju side of the... Actually, I said that wrong again. The kaiju collectible show that you all know and love. We're here once again to spread the love in our special Valentine's Day-esque episode, and we'll explain all that a little bit later. But you know, we've got a big show today. We're covering some our top picks from Wonderfestival that just happened last week. In fact, I literally was there getting in line 1 week ago exactly.
Crazy.
And so we've got some cool photos, some cool videos to show. I'm super stoked to be back here with all of my co-hosts once again. And like I said, we got a great big show for you. So I think we should just go ahead and kick things off with our first segment that we always have, which is called Show and Tell. All right, and we'll go ahead and pass things off to Mr. Leslie Chambers. How's it going, buddy? And good to see you.
Hey, folks. Again, welcome back to another edition of Collect All Monsters. The month of love, or something like that. You know, Valentine's Day just happened a couple days ago. You know, everybody in the chat, how about my co-host here? Shout out your Valentine right now. Sandra.
Joe.
Lady Kyle.
My husband Keith.
To all the women in my family, from my mother to my sisters-in-law.
Oh,
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Yeah, because I know that Valentine's Day is an important day, especially to the women. So we have to honor that, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you're sleeping out on the couch tonight, fellas. So hopefully you get your woman right, or your boyfriend right, or whoever.
On chocolate.
Yeah, something like that. So again, happy Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? And here we are, the third straight weekend we have been hitting you up with Collect All Monsters content. You know, a couple weeks ago, you know, the awesome host of Kyle and John and Jonathan and David did that awesome Cam -1 color discussion. You know what I'm saying? Last week we had the Black History Month, you know, show, which was very cool. Again, thank you to John and Adrian and Marcellus for that show. You know what I'm saying? Now I want to highlight real quick, right fast, a comment on actually that video. It's from T Stewart 3034. He said, "Dope. I actually thought I was going to hate this show, but I love it. I'm a Black museum creator specializing in toys, and I spend my life on the internet, and 95% of anything involving us is nothing but cursing, violence, and sex. Even Black toy collectors can't complete a sentence without cursing. You guys are awesome." So thank you so much.
That's nice.
Thoughtful. I appreciate that.
Now, you almost heard John cuss when he was going in on Godzilla versus Kong. Just saying, but I'm glad he kind of like brought it down. But no, but seriously, like comments like that is why we do the shows that we do. You know what I'm saying? We really do appreciate the support, especially for, shows uplifting minorities. Of course, David's going to do his LGBTQ community show in June. Next month, Christine, I don't know if you're going to do it or not. Remember, next month is Women's Month. So,
yeah.
So again, we're all about uplifting minorities and spreading positivity. But for all those who support those shows, along with everything else that we do here on Collect All Monsters, we really do appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And now let me show off what I got for myself. And again, we're starting this new thing where we just only showcase 3 things, and that is, it is good, but also at the same time, if you have a whole bunch of cool stuff, it's kind of hard to whittle down to only 3 items, but hopefully I did my best with this. Now, this first item is probably not going to be the first time you see this awesome guy on the show, but I got to show it anyway. I got the most recent release from X Plus, the Toho Maniacs Godzilla Tower.
Yeah, the tower.
Oh, sick.
It's a very good thing.
It is. Now, I don't have the crappy balloon because I'm just not with that, but it is cool. It is cool. I wish you. Now, again, I know some people don't like it. I know
don't like it.
Who doesn't like it?
No. They like
the balloon?
it. Well, they like it, but they wish it would have been bigger. Now that I will agree with, but as far as like a solid representation of the tower, that's not the Marmot one that was made by Stevie Wonder, not that one, but when you have the super accurate one, this is so cool. And again, it's probably my favorite one. It's a tie between him and the controller, or the Planet X alien, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's nice that the Toho Maniacs, because when this line was first put together, they specialized in humanoid characters, alien characters, Sarazawa, Matango, but now it's nice that they're branching off and doing like locations like the tower. The next one is going to be the Atragons, what was it, Gotengo, right? The sub, right, from Atragon, right?
Yeah,
so it's
like it.
Yeah, so it's nice that they're doing not only human characters, alien characters, locations, and now they're doing vehicles. And let me just put this out there. A certain movies is turning 50 next year, so I wouldn't mind seeing this in the Toho Maniacs line. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
That'd be cool.
Yes. That would be
epic.
Yeah. Can I get an amen on that one? Come on.
Amen. Church say amen.
Men up in here. Yes.
Hush. Now, let me go to this first full-fledged figure. Now, I did get this a couple months ago, and I haven't had a chance to showcase it on the show. And it's from a film celebrating the anniversary this year. A dumpster fire of an anniversary, but but again, I've said many times before that even though this film may not be high up on my list, I enjoy a lot of the monster designs from this movie, and this one is no different. So I present to you, and there's not too many collectibles of this guy out there, honestly. This is the 30-centimeter resin model kit from Galloping Ghost of the 2004 Angerus.
Oh wow, that's really cool, dude.
Wow. Dang, that looks awesome.
Great acquisition.
Yeah.
Jessica,
I know, right? Now look, I ain't nowhere near what she got.
She gonna show up at your house.
I ain't got nowhere near what she got, but again, it's not too many Angerus, or at least Final Wars Angerus out there. You know what I'm saying? I actually like the design. You know, I know some people are kind of like iffy on the design, but this is really a cool representation of Angerus from 2004. You know what I'm saying? So that is the second figure I want to showcase, and finally, I gotta blame John for this one because he kind of like convinced me to go after this one.
Oh,
What did you do?
Did you do it?
Yeah, I kind of did, but
you came right.
You know what? I just talked about something.
The Lord.
I just talked about something from the Millennium series. Don't put God in it, but I just talked about something from the Millennium series. So let's stay with the Millennium series with the X Plus Super Toho Godzilla 1999.
Oh, I gotta get one. I gotta get one.
You needed to have that.
That's a regret. Big regret.
Wow.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
God.
Now, I still believe the KOC is better. I'm just saying. I still think it's better. I still think it's better.
I understand.
but I'm a huge fan of this design. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a sucker for this design. Don't really care for 2000. Now, I love Mega Garrus. David, you know that. I love Mega Garrus. But as far as 2000, not really a big fan of that movie. But the design of Godzilla from both films, I really, 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 really do enjoy. Cool. And in my opinion, this is the best 99 that they have ever done from X Plus. Again, I don't think it tops the KOC.
But
I
it's
don't think
suit.
it does.
How did I miss that one?
It's the suit. And the W Dragon is out there too, but I don't think the W Dragon is as cool as this one and the KOC.
Yeah.
But this is really a cool piece. Now I know a lot of people are really waiting from the Godzilla store, and you know, that sucks. But once you get it, you will love it. Trust me, you will really, really love it.
So cool.
And that's what I talk.
Great job.
Yeah, thank you very much. And that's what I want to talk about in my show and tell. So I'm gonna kick it over to my main man down in Southern California, the one and the only, the awesome. There's room for both. There's room for both. David Eric.co. What's going on, David?
Leslie, you are gonna get it, and
give us your rhyme, David.
Yes,
give us your little Valentine's quippy then.
Which one now?
In the group chat.
No, I don't think that's appropriate for the live show. Thank you very much. No. Come on now. So anyway, I'm going to sort of like, echo what Leslie said. We really appreciate all of you guys supporting our supplemental videos and our bonus streams that we do. We had so much fun on the -1 color chat. I had so much fun on that with you guys, and we dove deep into that. We didn't get to finish the questions, Leslie's questions, but I love that, and I want more of that sort of thing to happen in this year in 2024. And again, if you guys missed Leslie's Black History Month stream, do yourself a favor, go back and watch it on our YouTube channel. It was so great. It was so much fun. It was so joyful. And it was great. And I was planning on doing things in the background, but I was so compelled by these guys that I had to sit my ass down and watch it. So it was really good. It was really good. So again, everybody who supports us in our supplemental stuff, we really do appreciate you. And look, we're going to be doing a lot more in the months to come. So anyway, let's see, what did I get? So 3 things. Now, John and Leslie, if you're bummed about only 3 things, hey man, Cam Minute is always available for you guys to do, and you can do live unboxings.
And live unboxings, that's right. Yep.
So
I gotta do
don't start crying because it's in your hands. You can make it happen. All right. So anyway, let's see. So I got to start with this one. This is an item that, again, I missed it, just like the X Plus 2000. I missed this guy in all the turmoil we've been doing in the move. But my buddy Kyle was able to score me one of these.
Oh, awesome!
And,
yes, wasn't a wonderful figure.
Nice. Oh man!
I believe it was in the Parkco building, Kyle. Right? Is that true?
Yeah, it was for this event, this gallery event called Godzilla the Art. And it featured a strange artist who had some really interesting paintings, but thankfully that one and the blue 91 were on sale, and I grabbed those.
Yeah, and I really do appreciate it because most of you know that I love the maquette design concept, and I think it's fantastic. And it's long overdue that Bandai did one, and I love that they're still producing really cool things. And I love it. And Kyle, thank you so much. I'm eternally grateful for that. I also got something super cool that I needed to have, and now I think I should have got it bigger. I got myself a canvas print.
Oh, that's awesome!
Yes,
of us.
Oh, I gotta get one of those too.
That's great.
It was a big sale on one of these canvas places. I can't remember which one it was, but it was really inexpensive, and I got the canvas version of our great poster created by John Bellotti Jr. And we still really love it, and we're still grateful to him for that. And
what a great
is right here. He's our mascot, of course, designed by Kyle, and this is John's interpretation of Kyle's design, which is so great. So I love this. And then the very last thing I got was
the winner.
Oh, look at you guys.
From Jordan Twinning. I can never pronounce his name right, forgive me. But he had some extras because I vote on this, and I just had to have it. And,
Absolutely.
People who are these collectors can't be satisfied. It doesn't get better than this. This is perfection.
It is.
So what? It's not as big as you want it, but anyway, it's beautiful.
Hey, wait a minute. There is a big one.
There is a big one.
Oh, that's
The
what.
rug.
That's
My rug.
right.
The rug. Well,
literally-
we'll get to that later. But I mean, it's perfection, and the whole idea of the Toho Maniacs line is they have a small footprint and a more affordable price. So that's why it's the size that it is, and that's why hopefully, like Leslie said, we'll be seeing a lot of more interesting things other than just human beings and Toho characters. So yeah, the Planet X saucer would be fantastic. I would love to see the Keelot Queen. That would be
great too.
Although Destroy All Monsters is pretty low on a couple people's list, so I don't know if they deserve to get the Keelot Queen, but that's another thing.
Who would want that crap anyway?
Well, there you go.
It'll make you appreciate the film more.
But anyway, that's what I got. I mean, I have a couple other extra things that I might do some 10-minute videos or maybe I'll do a fake live unboxing, even though I already announced it. Anyway, I'm going to pass it down over to Christine, my fellow Californian, a little bit further north from us. So what did you get in the last couple of weeks?
Well, I didn't get anything in January, but this month I was all out, man. I had stuff coming in left and right. First, happy Valentine's Day weekend. I hope you're all having a great weekend. You had a great day. Even if you don't have somebody, we have each other and we have Godzilla. So, and we have family and all that good stuff. So, and I loved your guys' supplementals. I was sad. I think I had COVID when you guys did the minus color. So yeah, I couldn't catch that. And then Leslie, your supplemental last weekend was really awesome. I hate
Thank
to say
you.
it,
Appreciate it.
but it was a lot of fun. So what goodies did I get besides? So it was really hard to narrow it down to 3, but let's start off with, I love me some glitter. So I had to get this.
Ooh, beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Oh, nice.
Marathon guy, or not Marathon, Giga Brain guy again. I think this was the Superfest, the most recent Superfest exclusive. And man, this thing is pretty. And I mean, I love this kind of turquoise blue. Super cool.
Beautiful.
Glittery figures. I need more Gigan in my life. I think this is actually my 3rd Gigan figure that I have. So yeah, I've been slacking on the Gigan love.
Impressive.
I agree. That's super slacking on Gigan.
I'm sorry, Kyle. Well, I'll have more coming in. Hopefully, I'm just I'm very meticulous. Got to be perfect. Glitter.
That's a great
glowy,
design.
Something cool.
That glitter is gorgeous, though.
And then and this just came in today. Check this out.
I love it. Wow.
Rodan with, watch this. First of all, how cute is this little Mothra right here? I'm obsessed. And also, I love the whole magnet thing. You just look at this.
It's great.
I mean,
what a great idea.
Right.
Genius.
No chance to lose them all for
Mondo for the win.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yes.
perfect. And it just looks so cute. Look at her just
color
peeking
is
over
beautiful.
right there.
It's
I mean,
awesome.
come on.
Yeah.
Super, yeah, and this colorway, oh my gosh, beautiful in person. The gold is like a chromy kind of color, which is really cool on his horns and beak here too.
Bronzy.
And I
Nice.
think he does have a kind of cool looking
Oh, the eyes. Look
kind
at
of face. Yeah, really cool. Also, let me just shout out quick here.
Killing it.
This gorgeous box art, first
Yes.
of all.
Yes.
Great.
Oh my, that's one thing I love about these Mondos, like figures when they come in these boxes. The box art itself is a work of
Yes.
art. It's, I mean, look at
Have to
that.
keep it.
Displaying.
Right.
Beautiful.
Part of the
And
display.
then, I know it is. I know. I wish I had room to display the box with it. Well, hopefully my shelf doesn't explode again.
Oh,
We'll see how that
right.
goes. Yeah, I'm
Wow.
terrified. I'm terrified. It's sitting over here next to me. It's kind of still standing somehow, but. And the last thing I got, number 3.
That is amazing.
Cool
Oh my
jacket
gosh.
from Middle of Beyond. It's a reversible. So this is the back of like the silky side, and the front.
Beautiful.
Both sides and the front have this cool, like, look at that, beautiful.
That's crazy.
84? What's that?
Stitches.
84.
It looks like an 84 on the front.
I,
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
does.
think so. Yeah.
I think it's the
But it
84 on
was-
both the front and the
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
In the back.
So, Christine, is this Japanese sizes or U.S. sizes?
Right.
No, it's
No,
US
that'll be
sizes.
U.S. sizes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
it's
Because
in the
I
US
need like a
store.
triple X in Japanese sizes to fit my arms.
It's like I got the
True, it's
extra small, but it fits. It
That's
literally fits
fantastic.
perfect. It's soft. It's really
I love it.
comfy. And then
It's
you reverse it. Check
classy.
this out.
Oh, that's
Look at this.
awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's
And
amazing.
this side is canvas, like a canvas. I don't think there's anything.
Interesting.
Oh, and then I think the front of this one. Oh yeah, the front of this one has
Oh, neat.
that
Oh,
on
that's
it.
awesome.
But I love this thing. It
Wow,
looks
so
great.
many
It's like
options.
Is it
really well
expensive?
made.
Yeah.
After shipping, it was like $150.
Oh, that's
I think
great.
it's like
For a jacket?
130. And
That's
then
really good.
tax. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know because I really want like the Japanese. Is it Sukajan?
Sukajan.
Yeah.
Sukajan? I want one so bad from the Godzilla. But oh my god, my hair. And I said this. I gotta go get to the. I'm rambling. All right. Anyways, so yeah, third thing I got. I love it. I got some cool stuff that maybe I'll show off in the group later. Anyways, happy Valentine's Day, guys. We have a great show for you ahead. I'm really excited about it. I'll be feeling the love today. Let's pass it on down to John. See what kind of goodies you got down there in Philly. Hopefully you're nice and warm. Yeah, John, get it.
Okay, John, reel it in.
It'll be brief,
Reel it in.
but it's great to be back with you all and to be back on the show. Last time we had an unfortunate event. We had a power outage for 2 minutes. When it came back, the surge knocked out our internet for 2.5 days. It was like living back in the 80s.
No.
It was
Oh,
rough.
candlelight and all that.
Yeah.
Sending pigeons.
And they had to come and repair the Verizon. Had to
That's
come
not
and
what it
repair
was
the
like
box.
in the 80s, Christine.
I know.
I grew up in the 80s. I should remember. Back in the day.
It was rough there for a minute, but I didn't get to say,
worried
'cause
about
I've
you.
been away so
We were worried.
long. I didn't get to say, at least publicly, to congratulations to Leslie for 10 years of just amazing reviews. Leslie Chambers reviews.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations on that run.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wasn't expecting that, but okay.
No, I was just, I didn't get a chance to just say how awesome your reviews have been and the contribution you've given to the fandom. So keep on.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. That means a lot. It really means a lot. Don't get me start crying up in here, but I appreciate it.
No,
that means a lot.
It's
Thank you.
amazing. That's tremendous longevity and amazing contribution.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All is well back here in Philadelphia. We had a few inches of snow overnight, but things have melted a little bit. It's been just one heck of a run since -1 came out. I mean, wow. It's just been amazing. I haven't said much, but I've just been enjoying it so much. I can't wait for the Blu-ray, DVD, whatever they got.
So much about -1.
No, I haven't. We're just on the show, but
on the show.
I think in comparison to what he would like to say, it hasn't been much.
I was going to say, John, you said more about -1 than anybody, all of us put together, and that's a good thing.
I need time. There's so much to be said. But with that said, I've collected quite a bit over these last few months, but I will only show a few items as based on a restriction. Something I'm working on. I've been really obsessed about, and I'm working on a little secret project. It might take me a little time, as long as it's taking me to ship Leslie's book to him, and I'm apologize. I've been snagging
2
up a
years.
lot of books.
What's that meme? 80 years later. Or whatever it is.
I've been snagging up a lot of books, but of the books I've been getting, just real quick. Oops, wrong one. Hold on. 2 books that are back from the 70s, and one from not too long ago, I think 2018.
Upside down.
Brutus in this architectural magazine. Oh, they lay out the blue box house, Jaguars.
Oh.
And they give you the blueprints, and they interview the family, the owners, the current owners, with wonderful pictures. Oh, it's wonderful.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just been
Okay.
that was a great find. Couple other things. Shin Godzilla related.
Well done, Jonathan.
Picked up the
Yes.
model. Shin did.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That's super cool.
Oh,
Have to
wait.
have that.
Is that? Oh, that's That's cool. Is that a model they made
So that's
for
that's a special edition release of the Shinden,
Of the
and it is
Shinden.
I didn't even know
yeah,
that was a
Yeah.
thing.
-1 special release. Yeah,
Yes.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great pickup. I had picked up a couple
That's
others
cool.
that were just other model kits of the Shinden. And now this is the
That's
special
cool.
item. And I think Christine and I were on a similar wavelength. Let me see. Let me pull this up. So I found this online maybe a week and a half ago, and I couldn't walk away from it. This is the first one I got, but I have another one I have my eye on. I got to get. This is you know.
Oh, represent.
This is the
Oh my God! Look it.
the Shikishima. This is Koichi's leather jacket. It's a G1 flight jacket. You can yes, you can. And in addition, I got some vintage. Remember the goggles he wore?
Yes.
John.
No way,
Find
dude.
this
Yes.
stuff.
Yes. Just as little museum pieces, just to have something, little touch of the film. Because, Kyle, you need to go check out the exhibits that are, for -1 that are on display. You can see the wardrobes, the costumes before it ends in March. So some of the,
Where are those?
I can't remember the name of the town. You can actually
Send me the list of where they are.
I will, because you can see all the filming locations, and they have the costumes and everything on display. But you can pick this up. It was like $150, got it half price. But there's a better one I have my eyes on. But this really cool, really cool.
Oh,
Happy
that's
You too can
awesome.
show your trauma in cosplay.
Yeah.
John, is your war over, John?
You can be tormented by the spirits of the dead by wearing this jacket.
It's
really
the same
cool.
jacket. It's the same jacket sported by Tom Cruise in Top Gun.
Well, that doesn't impress me.
It
That
has a
one
long
sounds
history.
good,
You
So-
had me with the
Me
Shingishima
too. Now
reference.
it's like,
Yeah.
wah, wah, wah.
I know, but you have to understand. There's
Leave
a
it at
history. I'm working on a blog article now about the history of the jacket in movies. This particular one and its history in World War II and et cetera. So it's the transformation of Koichi reaches its peak when he dons that jacket
That's great.
and takes flight. So it's
Oh, you're right.
his wardrobe
He's
changes,
redeeming
and you
himself,
can see his
yeah.
transformation through his wardrobe. Just fascinating.
That's deep. Now I need to watch it again so I can.
Oh,
focus
yes.
on that.
I know. I wish it was still out.
I got to see it 7 times. I paid attention to as much details as I could.
Oh, my head.
Kyle, how are you doing? Pass it off.
Oh,
As soon as he's going
thank
to
you.
get him started.
Thank you, John. I'll make this pretty fast, actually, for my show and tell. Things are great. I think something that's just showing in the background is my stuff showed up. So we had a boat shipment.
Finally! Me.
By no means.
Across the ocean.
Yeah, it definitely. It took like 2.5 months to get here, but by no means is this how I'm going to set everything up because once I got everything in, I was like, oh, I need to get some more shelving in this room. So we're going to be doing some arranging, and I'm going to try and shoot some Cam Minute stuff with some of the stuff that I have. But yeah, it's been great. Do we want to go back to John's Urkel doll? Is that
There's a story behind that. That's why.
Here's a way for John to show more show and tell.
They used to call me Urkel when I worked at the pet shop years ago. Just call me Urkel.
Oh.
All right. That's all right. It's my mini-me. Don't mess around.
Oh my God, man.
All right. Well, let's see. So I do have a few items to show. I will just make this super fast. I did go to Wonderfestival. I did pick up a few things for myself. I showed them off in a live stream in the group. So all I'm gonna do is show the completed version of this, which is the 1-Up abduction set. So this is what comes in the 1-Up abduction set. You get the saucer from Planet X.
Cool.
And you get these mini Godzilla and Rodan.
They're awesome.
But the gimmick, I complained on that stream about 2 gimmicks that they had. One is that in order to get the beam effect, you had to buy this, which is called the hamburger abduction,
That's
and
awesome.
then literally cut off the top of the hamburger, which is literally like a
Oh my
transparent
god.
hamburger.
Awesome.
Put the saucer on there.
That's awesome.
And that's what you're left with. And then, yeah, you pop that saucer on top of that, and then you can have Godzilla.
That's
Like
so
an
cool.
illustration
Oh,
of The Simpsons.
okay.
That's cool.
It's awesome.
Okay. That's so cool and
It
crazy.
is.
And yeah,
And only
I've always
Japanese.
actually, to be perfectly honest, I've always wanted to get some sort of like Rodan and Godzilla abduction, because there has been like for ages and ages, there's been like some maker out there that has these, but they're in like the transparent bubbles,
Yes.
and you can buy them, but they
Oh.
were so, every time I saw them on Yahoo Japan, they were super duper expensive. So
Really?
I always poo-pooed them. Anyway, in addition, something I didn't show that I did pick up at Wonderfestival was in, by the way, Chris is asking who made the abduction set. That's a company called One Up.
Oh, why not?
And hopefully they will release another version of that at some point in the future. But
Sure.
but we're gonna move on to something else at Wonderfestival. They also had a bunch of gachapon machines around one section, and I was like walking around with Nick Sides, and I was like, oh dude, we have a little gacha collection here at the house. Like every windowsill downstairs
Aw.
has little gachapon in it.
Awesome.
And so I picked up the Keshi set, the Godzilla Keshi sets that they have. So
Oh,
Those are
in one
great.
go, they give you 3 figures. These are
Wow.
little rubber figures, Keshi. And I got the 54 Godzilla. Come on now. 54 Godzilla. This Mothra. Squee. And my bad boy Gigan.
I got a guy.
That's so cool.
And it's really kind of
Nice.
cute, these little Keshi. Okay, so those were the little guys. Easy to show off. Last but not least, David, I don't even know if you know about this. In fact,
Oh,
I didn't
no.
know about it until I saw it on Mandarake. It's
Oh, no.
heavy AF. This
Oh,
is
awesome.
a 30
Oh my
centimeter
Awesome.
Gomez statue in polystone
Whoa.
resin.
I saw that in your video and I was like, what the heck is
Amazing.
that?
Yeah. I have never seen this before it
Dang.
showed up on Mandarake.
Oh, wow.
And
Beautiful.
I don't generally like to brag about how little I paid for something, but that was only 8,000 yen.
Get out of here. No.
Okay,
No
that's
way.
crazy.
It's like
That-
$70
that's
bucks.
Deal.
Yeah. So essentially, it's a
Oh
it's a
my
resin piece. So when it showed up, it had a little bit of damage, but that's okay. I have the skills to fix it. So I need to go.
Yes, you do.
I need to go paint shopping actually, and like touch up a few things. But yeah, he's got like a couple little bits on him that just need touch up. And yeah,
What a great score
it's
that is.
awesome.
That's a great gift.
Really
Dang.
awesome score. So
Cheaper
super
than
happy
X
about
Plus.
that. Yeah. I'm not trying
Wow.
to one up anybody. One up's trying to one up everybody.
What?
All right, but that's it, right? That's what I got to show off this month, and I'm sure I'm gonna have more stuff coming in, and I definitely will be doing some unboxings in the group as
Excellent.
things come on. And that's great, Bill. I'm super stoked about that. I love Gomez. I've got
Me
I've
too.
got what I consider to be a pretty awesome Gomez collection.
Yes.
And
It's good.
instead of just talking about my Gomez collection, I think it's probably time for a chat room check-in. We got 35 people watching right now on Facebook and YouTube. Hello to everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us.
You.
And Leslie, I'll blow you up so you can read off some names. And Jonathan, you can do your best to keep up with the showing them off in the on the screen there.
Yeah, we got a lot of people up in the house tonight. Of course, Helmy, Spook Loops, of course, Michael, Kaiju Battle, Michael Hang, Nathaniel Plummer, Bill's Carnage, Larry Latham, Godzilla Cartoon Sci-Fi, Horror Fan 2K. Sandra, what's up, babe?
Hey, Sandra.
Richard Eso, he said, Leslie, Billy says you are his Valentine. That daggone demonic doll. Like legit, he has that damn Saw doll on a bicycle in his house, and it's like,
Oh,
I could-
gosh.
I couldn't tell them apart because they're both short. Anyways, love you, Rich. I love you, Rich. All
Probably
right.
raised around in that by school.
All right. Alex Sawyer. What's up, Alex?
What's up, Alex?
Eric Stoke.
Congrats, Alex.
Yeah, congrats. Yeah, congrats. Johnny Coke, Monster with Attitude. This means war. What's up? What's up, y'all? Let's see who else. Tresha, Chris Hill, Collect All Monsters. Oh, they overrated. Let's see. Let's see who else. Let's see. Again, Tresha again. Just the same repeat people. D Baker. So that's all I see. So again, thank y'all so much. You know what? I have to point this out. Yeah, Butch, and I have to point this out. Do you know this is actually the first time that all 5 of us have been together since August of 2023?
What?
long?
No. Are you serious?
In some way, shape, or form, we have not had a full crew. Either I missed the show or David missed the show. For whatever reason, John missed the show. But this is the first time we've all been together, all 5 of us, since August of 2023. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
So,
Yeah.
but hey,
The gang's all here.
the gangs are here. So, again, thank you so much for being here. And we hope that you have a good show along with us. All right.
What's up, Matthew?
I see
Keith?
Jared
What's up, Keithy?
Colby is asking if we have any new Collect All Monsters shirts coming. And I actually need to reach out to somebody that I want to design a shirt that I already asked them a while ago, and it's been a bit long since I've reached out. So I'll be hopefully revealing something cool within the next couple of months. But yeah, we've got some merch on the way. We've actually been slacking on merch, and there's a whole bunch of ideas in the pipeline, and we will be taking care of you guys at some point. And if you're not aware, we do have a TeePublic store, which is very difficult to get to because TeePublic sucks in terms of their searching. But yeah, if you find, I think we'll have a link in the show notes later to the TeePublic store for Banana Hands, which is the name of the seller there.
I'm pushing for the next shirt. I'm pushing for the next shirt to have all our familiar catchphrases on it. It'll have totally quintessential. Yes, yes, yes. Bless you guys. Oh my God, you guys.
Oh my God.
I guess you can tell.
Oh my God, you guys.
Who has what catchphrase?
Oh my God, Leslie saying quintessential is worth the price of admission right there. Oh my God.
Well, Helmy's asking if we're doing more Camagons. Okay, so the deal is that that's one of the things that I've been slacking on. Alex Meredith has the second batch of Camagon version 2, the glow in the dark version. So we did a limited release at G-Fest, and there's a secondary batch of those that we need to deal with and get them done and up for sale. And with all the moving pieces that have been happening with Collect All Monsters, we just haven't been able to put the time and effort into that. But we will be doing that in a short form. And Helmy, I see you also asking about a Sofubi. I definitely have plans for an actual Sofubi. And honestly, just throwing this out there now, I did reach out to somebody about a X Plus style Camagon as well, like a highly detailed, like as if it was a real monster, and they're on board. So more conversations to take place. More conversations need to happen there.
Okay, that just gave me chills. That is so cool.
Yeah,
I want to do the box art.
John, you got it. You're hired. Unfortunately, the pay is low.
You do the box art. I'll do the photographing of the actual.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Give me that cha-ching sound.
I wouldn't trust John, but I'm just saying I wouldn't trust John.
We'll get that going, because I think really, within the next this year we should be diving more into a little bit. We're gonna do a lot more for Collect All Monster stuff. We've got ideas and I said earlier, in the pipeline, so hopefully we'll be able to make some of those a reality. I don't know how fast we can make the X Plus style happen, but we'll see. I'm excited about it myself. So
me too.
I think we are just going to go ahead and kick off our news segment, which is a very special presentation. We've got Well, I'll come back from the bumper with it.
United Nations reporter Eric Carter with the news.
Yeah. All right. So what we have going on for our our news episode this time is a not deep dive, because you can't go too deep with an episode where we're trying to squeeze so much into it, but we've all got our top 2 picks from Wonderfestival that, like I said earlier, happened just a week ago. And if you're not familiar with Wonderfestival is this biannual show here in Japan, and it happens like in the winter in February. It also happens in the summer in good old July. The next one's gonna be July 28th.
Yikes.
I'll be going to that one as well. They've even expanded this show into other regions, like other areas in Southeast Asia have had their own Wonder Festivals as well. It is a place where people who create kits and create Sofubi figures can get a 1-day license that Kyoto, basically, who runs the show, that company takes care of the 1-day license for pretty much everybody. It's really quite amazing. It's just a smorgasbord of creativity, in my opinion. I was on an episode of a Japanese TV show last month called You wa Nanishi Nippon, which is like, what are you doing in Japan? And they shot it a year ago when we were going to Wonderfestival. And so I don't have a clip because it's all copyrighted and I don't want to get anything pulled down. But it was definitely an interesting time. And Wonderfestival is a really fantastic show. And we're just going to go ahead and dive right into it, starting with Mr. Leslie Chambers, who's going to highlight this guy, the 1966 baddie, or not the baddie, but the goodie.
Oh, yes. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the X Plus 30 centimeter 1966 Gamma from my favorite Gamma film of all time. And I think it's David's too, from the show period.
It is mine too. Absolutely mine too.
Gamma versus Barugan. And they actually showed this figure a long time ago. I forgot what Wonderfest or what show it was, but it's been a long time. And we actually thought that they forgot about it, because sometimes that's what X Plus does. Sometimes, actually, it's unfortunate, but sometimes they'll put a product out there, they'll get people all excited for it, and then people are just waiting. America King Ghidorah, and waiting, and nothing ever comes of it. But we finally got word that this thing is coming, and on the display card, it says it's going to be dropping this year, in August. So that means that the pre-order should be open for this thing. I would say if it's dropping in August, we should probably get something maybe April, at least by May. And this is by far my favorite Gamma design out of all of them. This is before he got all wonky looking in show period. You know what I'm saying? If the look is menacing, it's kind of like Godzilla from the movie the same year, Sea Monster, where he looks threatening, but he still is kind of like an anti-hero of sorts. He's not the full-fledged good guy that kids were shouting at, some years later. But I absolutely love that design, so I can't wait to get that. We don't know what the Rick option is going to be. If I had to guess, and I think David will fill me on this, they should do what they did with the 25 centimeter Gamma 66. Convert it into a crawling one, because we did see him on all fours a lot of time when he fought Baragon in the movie. So hopefully we'll get that. But again, it's supposedly dropping in August, and the way S Plus has been dropping their figures as of late, they've been on point. So that August date could be legit, but only time will tell.
Hey, Leslie, real quick, another cool Rick option this time could be a frozen head and upper body. Because he gets frozen.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
awesome. They haven't done that yet, so that might be super cool instead of the crawling version.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Or a light up, because his eyes did light up. But then again, that's like a play tied out gimmick, honestly. But once you see Gamma and Baragon together, because that's the Barugan is actually one of the best figures S Plus ever done. So once you put them together to recreate that setup of again mine and David's favorite Gamma movie, I can't wait to get this. You know what I'm saying? And the second item I want to talk about, And honestly, you know what? I said this last week on a Black History show, and John and Marcellus didn't want to give me any flowers or my credit for this. But I'm talking about the X Plus 30 centimeter Cybot 1984 Godzilla, courtesy of the Favorite Sculptors line. Now, X Plus did drop this news a day before Wonderfest last week, and it came out of nowhere, and it was shocking, and everybody was happy. And the Rick option comes with, as you saw, that sea louse, the Sharkarus, but it comes with the spear, because they had the sea louse as a Rick option before they came with the original 30 centimeter 84, but now they're reissuing it with different colors, and they got a spear impaling it, and now it's coming with the Cybot 84, and this is from Monster Maker 28. And you know what?
Nice.
Blow me up right fast, please, because again, I got this kit, that same kit, back in 2022. And remember, I said it back then.
You did.
They should put it in the Favorite Sculptors line. X Plus should grab this model kit, this design, and put it in the Favorite Sculptors line. And here we are 2 years later, and now we got it. And some people may say it might be coincidental, but those are haters. But we're not gonna worry about that. So,
I'm glad we got it.
I
This thing was
think,
awesome.
yeah. So if you're getting it, I think you owe me. I think you owe me a debt of gratitude. You can cash at me $5. I don't really care, but again,
I'm broke,
it adds up.
It adds up. And you know what? Even though I got the original kit, I am going to get the vinyl one because I love the Cybot 84 that much, and there's always room for both, right, David?
Absolutely.
So
I love the Sharkarus. That's cool. Oh my god, you guys.
So again, I can't wait to get this in my collection, and supposedly it is dropping in, I think, April, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's dropping in
Already?
April.
So soon.
Yes, I
Oh
think it's
my
dropping
gosh,
in April.
fast.
So you better.
That's great.
Is it already,
Finally.
is it already up for pre-order?
It came out
Oh
for
yeah, I
pre-order.
pre-ordered
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They announced it.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
yeah. The standards on Hobby Search for pre-order, or if you get
Yes.
from the Rip Boy site. And I
Right.
think that because again, a lot of people have been
Yes.
asking for this, that this is going to sell out. So the time is now to grab one just in time for April. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So again, between
Wow.
Gamera and the Cybot 84, X Plus came out with some bangers, and we're not
the
done
Godzilla
talking about
Tower.
bangers from X
Yeah,
Plus. We had the
messing
tower.
around.
We
Yeah.
dreaming.
Yes, and S Plus brought out some more bangers from Wonderfest, but I'll let my great friend David Aradopko handle that. Speaking of David Aradopko, what's on your mind, my friend?
Well, I'll tell you, you, my friend, were clairvoyant when you said that this is something that you were hoping to see, even though it's not in the scale that you had predicted.
It's
Now,
epic.
the funny thing is, when these images started filtering out of Japan, we all got the impression that these were actually gigantics.
Right.
Because
They look
Mhm.
nice.
the
look
juxtaposition of them compared to the people, they look pretty damn big, right? So we were sort of
Beautiful.
surprised to find out that they actually were 30 centimeters, which for me is better because I have no more room. And Kyle and I had pretty much said the same words because we both moved, as you all know. And before our collections got put back on the shelves, we both said, oh my God, look at all this space we got. And then when we started putting it up, we're like, oh my God, where am I going to put all this stuff? So a gigantic in the mix right now is not something that I need. So anyway, it's a 30 centimeter, and we don't have any information on the price or the exact release date, but I did talk to G Akamoto, and it will be up for pre-order in May. That is a guarantee. So pre-orders in
Looking
May.
forward to that.
I
Ready.
At first I wanted to get the standard one because I just like the way it looks. I like I thought it was going to be like a light up feature. And frankly, as Leslie said, I'm tired of the light ups because all of the light up figures that I have, I light them up one time when I first get it to see
No.
it,
Right.
and then I never do it again.
But to be able to just, like, if it was a way to just pull up one of the lower dorsal fins.
Yeah, John, hold on. That's going to come. I'm sure that's going to come later on.
I'm sure.
Maybe the gigantic.
gigantic.
That'll be the exclusive release through the Godzilla store in 2 years.
right.
Yeah.
I think
We'll
you're
buy that one
absolutely
too.
right.
We'll buy it
So
all.
yes, Jared, it is totally awesome. And now these dorsal plates, Keith actually really likes the blue dorsal plates because they're translucent. And even if they don't light up, which I'm not sure they're going to light up. Do we know for a fact that this is a light up, or is it just the beautiful blue translucent color? But
At the show that was not lit up at all, it just looks this good.
And I emailed
Wow.
G, and I haven't heard back from him yet. But I think it's not going to be light. It's just going to be this beautiful translucent blue.
I like
And
that.
again,
Beautiful.
people are never satisfied. They're like, I wanted the gigantic. Damn it, it's going to come. Just
That's
be patient.
happening.
Oh, it's
That's
coming,
gotta
I'm
happen.
sure.
And
That's-
if you know X Plus, like we know X Plus, they never put out the gigantic before they put out a 25 or a 30. So
Mhm.
it would be against the grain of X Plus's, modus operandi, because they don't do the gigantic first. That comes later on. So I think everybody's wishes are going to be fulfilled. And the good thing about X Plus is they eventually are going to get around to do almost everything that the fans
We
want.
want. Mm.
So anyway, 30 centimeter, beautiful, available in May. Check your favorite place to buy them, and I'm sure the blue dorsal will be on the exclusive Rick site or maybe the Godzilla store. And then my second item, big surprise, is actually a -1 figure. It's the Depot Real -1 figure.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I
So cute.
that they nailed this one too. It's like perfect.
Mhm.
It's the answer or the cousin of the 54 train biter. You could put them side by side. That would look
Oh,
really cool. Again, the detail of these Depot reels are just off the charts. I didn't ask him when this one will be up for pre-order, but I'm assuming also May, but I could be wrong. We'll give that information when we get the exact date when it's available, so you guys can get yours too. I love Depot Reel line. I think they're great. I have quite a few, and they really make an impact on my shelf. And I will definitely be adding this to my collection. So yeah, I was super impressed when I saw this. I just got so excited, and the images just kept pouring in, and each one is better than the next. And then I finally got a chance to talk to Kyle, and I'm like, Kyle, is it as good as I think it's going to be? He's like, yeah, man, it's beautiful.
It's phenomenal.
Mm.
Phenomenal sculpt. Like
Wow.
so good.
And I immediately emailed G Akamoto the next day, and I'm like, look, man, this is so good. You guys nailed it. He said, thank you so much. He said it was really difficult for the sculptors to get this right. That's why it took a little bit of time to get this out. But he's so happy that we all dig it. And like I said, May will be the time that we could put our pre-orders in for that. So I suggest we all do that, because just like Leslie said, these are not going to be around, and the aftermarket's going to be rough.
Yes.
Mhm.
But when was the last original gigantic Godzilla?
What was the last?
The last
2019, I think.
Yeah, with the
That was a
Inoue.
while ago, wasn't it?
Inoue. The Inoue, right?
Yeah, 2019.
Yeah.
I know
Imagine
the 54 favorite sculptor line gigantic was one of the last ones that they offered too. But
there's been a lot of previews out there, right? We saw the sculpt for the 2002 version.
Oh, correct. That's correct.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And for some reason
that
that never
moved
came
forward.
to fruition, and I wonder why. I think they weren't completely satisfied with the actual sculpt of it, as were a lot of the fans. A lot of the collectors were not totally stoked with that, with the sculpt of it. So I think that one went back to the drawing board until they iron out some of the details. But in the meantime, we're going to get this this awesome 30 centimeter 2003. And that's what I was excited about. Christine, what were you excited about at Wonderfest?
Oh man, so there was a lot of good stuff at Wonderfest, and it was hard to pick.
Stuff.
I know, so much good stuff. I really like the unique, different things. So the first one I liked was Sun Guts came out with a new sculpt of a lovely and very cute and adorable Anguirus. So Sun Guts already has a lot. I mean, they have their own original kaiju they make. They started doing Godzilla. I have some of their Shin Godzillas, which are fantastic. And so now he's been coming out with more new Godzilla sculpts. And we have the very cute, a new Angie. And the thing I like about Sun Guts too is they're affordable. I think that's the same size as the Baragon, which here's their Baragon figure. And little Baragon. Nice little, I mean, they're great collectibles. They fit easily on the shelf, filling holes in your collection. But how cute is this guy? Oh man.
So awesome.
And it was about 66,000 yen at the show. So, you're not going to break break the bank collecting these cutie little patooties. And I
It's
like
one
the
of
way
the
they.
best parts about Sun Guts is the small footprint and the small price tag.
But not in the
And-
aftermarket. Sadly, in the aftermarket, they're not going to be $60.
Oh yeah, well, no, actually, some of the aftermarket prices aren't terrible. Like, I think I did see a couple of these on Yahoo Japan auctions for like 100, 110. But then I guess with shipping and all that, obviously it'd be more. But I mean, I'm excited to see more new kaiju from his company because I mean they're really well made, cute sculpts.
Yes, they are.
And then the second one that I was very excited for, another line that I'm really like, this is very quickly rising up on one of my favorite companies is One Up. I have a couple of other things already, but they debuted some really awesome stuff at Wonderfest. So it was hard to pick one, but I really liked their Mothra Egg Island set. And then what Kyle showed off earlier was the abduction set. So cool. It's the unique stuff like that. So here's the Mothra Island egg set. So the only thing is, though, I believe this only comes with one Mothra in the actual set. It comes with one Mothra, the egg, and then the Skeleturtle. So, and this is one of the gimmicks that One Up has, as Kyle kind of explained earlier. If you want the two Mothras, you have to buy the 64 Godzilla that he also made. It comes with a Mothra on his tail. So then you take the Mothra off the tail and you can stick it. You cut a hole in the egg. He has a section where you can cut a hole in it, and you put that Mothra in there.
Sold out. I should have mentioned it like no time at all.
Wow.
It was a beautiful colorway too. So yeah, eventually, so now I got to track down a 64. I know David, you wanted the 64. But I'm really excited for this set too. Like it's different. Like I don't think this is the first time I think that we have a Skeleturtle figure out there.
It's one of the first. It's like there's very few representations of the Skeleturtle.
I think Cast Iwakura did one,
right?
Oh,
Cast. Yeah, Cast did. You're right.
And that's really hard to find. And those figures are super expensive and hard to get too. And the Skeleturtle, like for those of us like who really dive deep into this stuff, like we live for these, like we love things, you know?
The obscure stuff. That's what I like.
Too. So it's like I'm kind of sad that they didn't just sell the Skeleturtle on its own because it's just so unique and like what we still don't know what the hell the deal is with that thing.
I know, right?
Hanging out.
Is it Gamera's baby? Like what's going on over there?
It's Gamera's baby. Predates Gamera's baby.
I never thought that. Never thought that.
But I think is it like Toho's little shout to like Dai Studios? Take that, Gamera. But yeah, that's why I like One Up so much. They've been doing really it, and I love how all of their sets usually come with little extra bonus pieces. Like the abduction set you got comes with a little Rodan and the Godzilla, and then the burning Godzilla comes like a mini Junior, a little crab destroyer. The Ghidorah.
I think the one they were selling at the show came with like a Super X3.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure like eventually, like as like maybe the next release, maybe they'll have both Mothras, maybe he'll throw something else in there. Because now I'm with the Super X3, which came with a different Burning Godzilla. And now the new Burning Godzilla comes with all three of the little minis. So I'm like,
that's great.
Yeah, so the thing to remember about One Up is that like they're a store here in Japan, but because this is licensed stuff, this is like Godzilla licensed stuff, it's probably going to just be part of any one-day licensed shows, which I think are just Wonderfestival. So keep an eye out for in July, right? For the next Wonderfestival, I guess I would say.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there'll be more. So anyone that didn't have the good opportunity to get one, because really the only place to get these is at Wonderfest or on the aftermarket. And actually, the prices for these aren't that bad.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that, Christine. Not that
for the
bad.
One Up stuff right now. So get it now before they start going crazy. People start going crazy.
We're trying, Christine. We're trying. It's a love-hate relationship with Wonderfest Sofubi. It's like tease. Oh, maybe I can get that one. Oh, that's sold out. Tease.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe this will come out. That's why I was so excited with X Plus, because we all know we can get X Plus.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
Everybody who wants it can get it.
I get it.
And
Yeah.
it's just frustrating, and I'm just bitter because I didn't get my 64. But
Oh.
it's like, and
I'm bitter because I didn't get my T-base GMKs. They
Oh
were all
my
sold
gosh.
out.
Oh, wow.
All of them.
I can't
And I
even
I
believe
can't
thought,
believe it.
there was
and I thought
4
to
different
myself, like,
colorways.
I even have a connection. I have a good friend who's willing to stand in line for me to get this, and he can't even get it. So it's like, how the hell is the average collector going to get these things unless you pay like $100 more in the aftermarket, which at this point in my journey I refuse to do. Sorry to say, but anyway, it
is a problem though.
What's
the,
that?
the selling out is absolutely a problem because like even I think every table that I went to had something sold out, right? So like One Up had the Mosugoji was sold out. I think something else was also
Was
sold
the
out.
King
at
Ghidorah
One
sold
Up.
out, Kyle, or was he still there?
I don't think the King Ghidorah was sold out because the King Ghidorah was
That one
more
was beautiful.
expensive, and it actually the King Ghidorah was
It was beautiful.
stunning, glitter gold vinyl
Dang.
with a
Oh, wow.
pearlescent spray on the outside.
Gosh. I need to get that
Really,
one.
really beautiful in
I should
person.
have asked for that. Damn it.
Yeah, and I see Rich's comment here about T-Base and other Wonderfestival releases. T-Base
Oh, yeah.
specifically, I am
Ridiculous.
highly offended by the aftermarket prices on the T-Bases that are
Wow.
T-Base
I don't know
GMKs
why.
that are on. I know it's ridiculous. I mean,
know
basically they're
why.
25,000 yen. The T-Base specifically GMKs and the Heteras are 25,000 yen at the show, which is already pretty expensive in my humble opinion. And then they've basically just doubled the price or more on the aftermarket for most of them. So I can't bring myself to do it.
Oh my
Anyway.
god. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Yeah, that's
painful.
It's terrible. But yeah, even at Sun Guts, there were a couple pieces that were sold out. One of them got sold out while I was in line, I think. So it was good that nobody asked for the Minya set.
Wow.
The Minya set and the
sold out?
GMK at the Minya set, which
the
is
GMK,
Minya and
really?
Mothra, and that blue marble glow GMK also sold out while I was there too. So anyway, let's get back to it.
Yes. All right,
And,
John, what you got?
Well, there was one item that was really, well, 2 items that were shockers. One that I've been trying to get in my collection from X Plus for a while, and I'm glad they're rolling it out. It's the Toho Daikaiju series Type 3 Kiru 2002.
Oh man.
Looks wonderful. I need one. I have no real representation of Kiru in my
Oh, me
collection.
neither. I don't
And
either.
this looks good.
Wow.
I'd take it just like that. But
And I like it without all the battle gear on the back. I like it.
Yeah, yes. So that they have the high mobility type, and there'll be a limited edition, I guess, heavy armor type. There's 2.
Cool.
So I'll take any one.
Wow.
30
They
or
have-
25, Ron? I'm sorry, I don't remember what you said.
There's a high
I think it's
mobility
25.
type.
Oh, 25.
Yeah, it's 25. Yeah, 25.
Even better.
Yes. Yes. So this should be I'll look forward to pre-ordering this guy. And another shocker, because I didn't expect it to come out until July, and I woke up in a couple days before the show. I was like, oh wow, it's out. Usually I don't get to have 2 projects in 1 year, and this was a surprise to work on end of last year. Was the box art for the Yuji Sakai, X Plus Yuji Sakai Godzilla 1984.
Cool.
And it was wonderful seeing it being on display.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Well done, John.
Always a challenge. That'll make box number 7 that I've been able to do. So it's been a
Wow.
Fantastic, dude.
blessing.
Oh my gosh.
And I can't give enough thanks to Yuji Sakai and being able to, work with him from a distance, and Jeremy and Matsubata-san, and a special thanks to G-san and X Plus for the opportunities that they've afforded me.
Well,
Hey, John,
John-
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Mhm.
go ahead.
Between the 54 and 84, which one you think is your best work?
The 54.
Damn it!
What?
Man, cut his mic right now. Just cut his mic.
Hey, John, I'm so happy for you because I know you and I used to go to Forbidden Planet in the late 80s, early 90s, and look at those Hobby Japan and see the Yuji
Yeah.
Sakai figures.
Yes.
starting to come out, and now you're
Yes.
collaborating with him,
It's,
and it's full circle. And I'm totally happy for you. And
it's
man,
crazy.
What an awesome opportunity.
It's crazy because, like you said, I mean, we were seeing Godzilla stuff at the peak when garage kits were really starting to take off, 83, 84. And like you said, the old Hobby Japan magazines are just the old garage kit. And I look at them, I remember just staring at them.
me too. Staring at
I didn't know who Waka-san was. And he's, you know, in these old magazines, and I'm seeing these amazing garage kits, and I'm seeing his work with some of the commercial, the Godzilla suit, just these old magazines. And like, wow, to be able to, it's surreal. It's very surreal to.
we should do a supplemental on those old magazines and
Absolutely. Oh yes, I've been going back again. There's much more on Twitter now, just circulating about the old garage kits, and I think there's a couple Kyoto kits, old kits that are now available on Amazon. The 84, and I think the 64. It's like $150 a piece, but they're like so it's wonderful to see the old kits coming back, and you know, to see what Yuji Sky selects for the next, you know, soft final model kit will be. It's like being able to get kits that or vinyl kit versions of the resin kits will be wonderful. Just keep them coming. So that's my there was a lot to be said about Wonderfest and the one that's coming. Even more to be said. Yeah.
Ooh.
Fantastic, dude. And congrats. Seriously, like, so happy that you get to do that stuff with them. I still have my my Shin that G gave us.
The Shin.
I saved the box for that because it's so gorgeous.
I've got it right there. It's right next to me.
It is so nice to get. It is so nice to get what you deserve. Ain't that right, John?
And oh man, I'm gonna do better. I got to do better. I'm sorry.
Well, there's room for both.
There's room for growth. There's room for improvement. Oh man! Now I tell you, this just a comment again on those kits. It is really a great honor and privilege to try to capture these iconic Godzilla incarnations. You know, the 54 was real special. 84.
You've done it.
You know, I don't often get to choose the position, the angle, but man, it's the fun. The ones that didn't get picked in some cases, I would love to show sometime because it's just so, you know, sometimes it. And you got to keep things tailored to fit the box. You know, you really can't.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
There's no dioramas going on. I mean, you really have to. It's got to be resolution. I think for the 54, my file size was over 150 megs when it.
Wow.
Big files, but fun doing. A lot of work at times. Hard to get it right, but you keep working at it. I do a lot of shoots sometimes. You know, 30 shots in one sit, you know, and I'll do about 9 and execute about 9 different, not Photoshop files, but the big, large document formats. They've been going up to 3-4 gigabytes of file. It might sound like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, a lot goes on to try to get it right. Yeah, but it's always an honor. I hope to get to do -1. That'll be.
Oh my god!
At some point, maybe a few years from now. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's move right along with our next Wonderfestival item, and that is actually something that got teased. I'm starting off with something that got teased on Twitter, I think last year, and that was the CCP mid-size GMK. Now, if you were at the show like I was, you almost would have missed this thing because it was amongst the lineup. And I didn't even see that I had recorded this until later on because I was hanging out with Nick. And as we were at this table with the D'Agostini stuff, they had the prototype on display there. And so that is my item. Here it is teased on Twitter in April of last year.
Oh,
And if you're not
wow.
familiar with this line, basically these are again small scale figures, very very nicely priced. And this one will be available in May of this year.
It's beautiful.
And
Cool.
as you saw earlier in the video, there is a regular version, black with the white spines. Maybe it is a black and white version, I'm not really sure. But they're also doing that gorgeous blue ice color. So I can't wait to pick those
yeah.
guys up.
It's
Vinyl.
Uh, Now the price tag for these at the show was all 5,280 yen. You couldn't buy these at the show, but their prices were already set. And for some reason, they actually these things sometimes show up even cheaper at places like
Yeah.
the Toho Cinemas, where I picked up a few of mine, and then also there's some department store, Arta, I think is what it's called, or Atra, I can't remember. But
Yeah, I know.
we picked some of them up last year when I was with the collector group in Akihabara. So I'm super excited for that, but not too much more information. I mean, that's about as much information as I could give out is what they showed. So let's get even more obscure and talk about something that I saw at the Spiral table, which
Oh,
of
wow.
course, as we know, Spiral has tons of realistic
Oh, look at the
sculpts,
84.
but they have been working with a
Gorgeous.
couple of sofubi makers, and these are great as they are. I didn't realize this was going to be such a slow video, but basically, Spiral Studios puts out these highly realistic sculpts, and Spiral Toy, or I'm not sure what the
Wow.
delineation is right now, they put out a lot of non-realistic sculpts. And let's go ahead and just look at this one here, which is by a sculptor named Nicolas Lestang, and it is a sofubi that looks like a tin toy,
That's
which
awesome.
I think
That's
is
really
so
I love
cool.
Yeah, it is.
This one has no information about it. It is specifically going to be designated a 1955 Godzilla.
Oh,
And just really quickly, I wanted to highlight Lestang's work. He showed up sort of on my radar with this Dagonzilla that he did, and he does a lot of independent releases, so they're as annoying as they can be, lotteries and very limited releases. Sometimes they're
nice. Love that.
That's the one
5
that I need.
pieces.
Yeah.
But I absolutely adore his style. These all
Me
come from
too.
his
So
his
cute.
Instagram feed. So if you are on Instagram, you should go check it out. He
Nice.
did, he does some designs that he's not put out as sofubi, but some of them
I love
have
that one.
turned into
Mhm.
real
Oh,
pieces.
I never saw that Angulus before. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
that one was
Yeah.
beautiful.
I'm just gonna zip through several of these real quick, just because
Oh, I love it.
they're I just want to show off his style. I think it's
Oh,
really cool.
Very cool.
Maneki Neko Godzilla. That's great.
It is, oh
Look at
my
him.
god, the
Oh,
marbled
my.
ones are gorgeous.
But he even showed off some of the pre-production sketches and video of the turnaround of this figure that he's releasing through Spiral. And I personally, I'm hoping that because this is a very sort of like production style paint job, that these are not going to be impossible to get, which as some people know, it's actually difficult to get some of this stuff, especially the TYG products, which we will talk about later. Yeah, these are Japan markets only. That is correct, Jared. Technically speaking, everything that we're talking about is only being released in Japan. So you have to sort of work around those things, whether it's using a third-party system like Bai and Yahoo Japan auctions, or finding somebody that can grab stuff for you at the show. It's advanced collecting sometimes. And that covers our top picks. But that's not everything, because there's one more item I wanted to talk about. Not a physical item, but at the very end of the show, Wonderfestival announced that the show that happens July 28th, Summer Wonderfestival, is going to be celebrating both Godzilla's 70th anniversary and Kyoto's 60th anniversary. And so I just wanted to sort of have a quick chat with my co-hosts here about what this possibly could mean and what we're hoping to see at the show. I mean, products aside, I am super excited for this to happen, especially because I'm gonna be here, so I'm definitely gonna be checking it out in person. But yeah, I mean, the Toho Wonder Festival collaboration doesn't have to just mean the one-day license this time. As I mentioned before we started the show, there's actually there's a larger portion to there's how do I say this? The show is broken up into 3 gigantic venues, essentially. They're all smashed together and connected by these smaller hallways that are external outside hallways. But the room where X Plus is in and some of the other larger makers, it's much more like sort of like American style convention where you get like DC and Marvel in their gigantic booths. And so that's why you see like X Plus able to display all this crazy good stuff. And they're on the back side of the Future Models display, which has a whole bunch of other good stuff too. And like there's just huge companies, not that they're huge companies, but larger companies than just a tiny maker are in this bigger room. And one of the things that they had, Nick Sides, who's watching with us now, he and I were walking that room together. And as we were leaving, we were like, is that live music we're hearing? And there was absolutely someone singing on stage the theme song to Evangelion with a huge like show behind it. It was really kind of cool. They do panels and stuff like that. So for me, on a personal level, what I'm hoping is that this show actually showcases some of the props and suits that we've seen on display, and that they actually bring in an area where we can go check that stuff out in person, like up close. That would be super awesome. That's what I'd like to see.
Some of the actors.
That
they don't
too,
really
like
do
panels
that,
with actors, that'd be great.
Right.
Get me in front of Kumi Mizuno, man.
Right, I was just gonna say that.
That's
Oh
what
my
I
God,
was
I bet
going to
she
say.
would. Oh
That's
man,
what I was
how
going
cool
to
would that
say.
be? Oh,
In 2016, they had a big display for Shin Godzilla, and they had interviews and all that going on. So I hope they would do that for -1. You know, since
they
Toho-
gotta have something Yamazaki, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping it's something akin to Godzilla's 60th, Kyle, that we saw in
That would be rad too.
Kokoro, and maybe bring some of the awesome props from like the Subaraya Museum to
Yeah.
you know,
That would be great.
the way that was curated was just, I still can't get over how well that was curated. And you know, it's great to have the figures and the memorabilia, but actually being there and seeing the oxygen destroyer, seeing the helmet, you know, Serizawa's helmet, seeing the Yalin from Godzilla versus the Sea Monster, seeing the the prop, the monorail from Destroy All Monsters, that kind of stuff.
Wow.
You know, those memories, I'll never forget those memories. And, you know, hopefully this will have a lot of that going on too. And yes, please have Kumi Mizuno. And, you know, we don't have a lot of time left with these iconic Toho actors. We need to get them out front and center while their health is still good, while they're still able to do it. Because they're treasures. They're treasures in our fandom, and they need to be front and center, like I said, while they still can. So that's what I'm hoping to see, a lot of that stuff. And if Kyle can interview Kumi Mizuno for like even 5 minutes, you know, I'll be happy as a pig and bleep.
I don't think I'm going to have enough clout to be on stage with anybody at Wonder Festival by the time that
just
happens.
Catch her in the hallway. That's all.
Yeah, that's
good,
what I'm hoping.
You know,
Sumimasen, Mizuno-san. All right. Well, I think it's time for us. We've been going for just over an hour, so let's go ahead and take a quick 2-minute intermission, and when we come back, we'll have our Kaiju Love Letters segment.
Godzilla versus the Thing. Godzilla, monster of monsters, and the mysterious Thing defy man's mightiest weapons. See Godzilla versus the Thing in color and Terrascope.
Ah, あれはカブトだ。いやいや、セミだ。違うぞ。カブトゼミだ。 ワンちゃんいやワンガルペリカンいやペリギンかっこいいんだから高徳トイスのいただきメカ新発売
Now, Godzilla!
Godzilla. You can pretend Godzilla turns a mighty castle into a pile of sand.
Go do it, Godzilla!
You control Godzilla's ugly tongue. You can make him stomp, pound his tail, pretending he strikes it all in his way. You can launch Godzilla's claw for the final blow.
We did it!
What will Godzilla do next? It's up to you. Godzilla with a claw that launches, some assembly required, from the Shogun Warrior Collection by Mattel.
All right. Big thank you to Jonathan Portman for putting together that little video.
Jonathan's
producing right now backstage, doing all the sound effects and stuff for us, highlighting all those chat comments, doing a killer job. Yes, even showing the Gamera GIF as well. And yeah, we're super happy to have you on board, Jonathan. And I love that you're producing more stuff for us. So, hey, it's Valentine's Day time, and I think instead of trying to give, aside from this episode being our Valentine to you viewers, we decided to tie in a silly little idea. What if you could give a Valentine's Day card to your favorite toy maker? And so that's what we're going to do here. We are basically starting off. And Leslie loved this idea. This is probably his favorite segment of all time that he didn't come up with. And so we're going to go ahead and kick things off with our Valentine. Leslie, who's your Valentine, and who are we showing as the recipient for your love?
I told you I wasn't going first. Like, didn't I remember that in the chat? I told you I'm not going first.
You said you didn't want to describe it, so I just did that for you.
Okay. So see, you backdoor me into this situation, Kyle. Like really? Like, I thought we were better than that. Like, really? Okay.
Okay. Now Leslie and I are going to be on the outs. Great.
No.
Just add yourself to the list.
No, you're fine. I know you're fine, because Sandra and I still need a place to stay when we come to Japan next year. So I'm gonna suck it up. But no, seriously, of course, a lot of people probably think, because again, my focus on the show is very narrow, and I don't deal with Safubi and other companies and stuff like that. I do either X Plus and model kits and customs and all that good stuff, which is fine. But I actually chose a resin model kit company that I'm really a huge fan of. And we have to say that we give out a love letter to or something like that.
All you have to do is tell the name of the company.
Yeah, okay. Because I was like, I really didn't want to say all that part, but I will say that the company that I chose was Monster Maker 28. And since I've been getting more into kits for the past couple of years, I've been more in tune with what they do. Even though, again, X Plus, if you're an X Plus collector, you already know that some of their figures were taken from Monster Maker 28 kits, like the 30 centimeter 68 Godzilla, or the entire GMK set, 25 centimeter set, or yeah.
68 Angulus is Monster Maker 28.
Yeah. Also the Cybot 84 that we talked about earlier.
Beautiful.
So again, they're a company that will always get my money, because I find their scopes to be really, really cool. They're crisp. And again, it's just amazing how because again, all these are handmade, right? They're handmade by Niwa. I forgot his first name, but his name is Niwa, and they're all handmade by him. I think it's a one-man company because he does all the sculpting and all that good stuff, and I'm sure he has to send it off to get it manufactured and stuff like that. But he's the one behind the sculpts, and it's just amazing how somebody can, I don't know, it just shows how much talent that person has. That they can, because I don't know how many hours, minutes, and days it would take to study a movie or study a monster per se to get everything right about the monster. Even also going as far as like capturing things about the suit, like the holes in the neck and the zipper, the zipper on the back of the dorsal place and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So again, Monster Maker 28 is what I chose because again, I love what they do. The only kit I think was kind of like, it's not a bad kit, but it's not one of their best works, is the 89 animatronic. You know what I'm saying? It looks good, but it doesn't look up to par with the other stuff. That's the only bad apple I would see, but it's still on top of that, 99.9% all the time. They produce some great stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Is that the side art, Leslie?
Yes, that's the one I just showcased.
Angle. That is that's the best angle I've ever seen a photograph of that piece.
Thank you very much. Now, mine's the original resin model kit. When you get the vinyl interpretation from X Plus in like a month or so, I think the mouth is going to be closed. But still, it's taken from the same kit. And Monster Maker 28 was there at Wonderfest. You know, they showcased, you know, the 95 Gamma, the first time they'd done a Gamma kit, you know what I'm saying? Gals 95 being the first Dai character. And now they got Gamma to go along with it. So I'm looking forward to see what will be the next one. Because for the past couple of years, he normally puts out 2 kits a year. Like last year, he put out the 95 Gals and the 68/72 Angerus. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just hoping, I know Kyle, no, not Kyle, well, maybe Kyle, but I know John will fill me on this. I'm hoping his next kit will be King Caesar 1974.
Absolutely. That would be fantastic.
So hopefully we will get that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my love letter to the company I chose. Monster Maker 28. They will always get my money, and I'm looking forward to see what will be what will be next from them. So, how about you, David? What company did you choose?
Well, I thought this was going to be easy, but it was actually really hard because there's so many companies that I love, and I would love to express my gratitude for the amazing things that they put out that I love to collect. And, you know, I was thinking of Pilot Ace, X Plus, you know, anyhow, I ultimately chose our friends at M1, Yuji and Michi, because this company, okay, now that's my Valentine. And one of the main reasons I chose it because we had to create a Valentine. And I said, oh, I could use this, you know, trike as this sort of
wonderful,
cute.
Anyway, how cute is that? How whimsical is that? And they just continue to pump out these amazing figures. They also go back and they do different color sprays, different color variations of some of their classic pieces too. And I just think that they're over the years they have had so many awesome characters, like the Nakajima. Everybody needs to have that
exactly.
And I'm going to show you. This is the one that I got. I got this from James Hartman. This is
fabulous,
and this is really hard to find. And I did get this from James. James was actually able to get this one for me. But this is the kind of stuff that they do, and they've been guests on our show. They've actually been guest panelists at G Fest in 20. What year was that?
2018.
2019. And Yuji told us that, you know, he started out creating these vinyl figures as holes in other words, pieces that he wanted to see done that weren't being done. So he said, I'm just going to do it. So that's how he started, you know, creating these awesome pieces. And this is one of like the classic quintessential M1 pieces that I think every collector should have one variant of this. So another thing, they don't just do monsters, they do humans too. And how cool is this?
Oh yeah,
I love it.
Love to get one of those.
Subaraya-san, I mean, how great is that? I mean, there's not many figures of him, and I think they need to add to this
Maniac line.
Ifukube, and Honda. Can you
Yes,
imagine
the
a
three.
top set of these three? I mean, it's not for every collector, but for someone like me and John and Kyle, I mean, I'm not. Christine hasn't even seen all the movies yet, so I'm not going to use your name in there.
Oh,
So maybe later down the road. But
get
can you
there, working on
imagine, like, if they were to do like the Godfathers of
Yes,
Tokusatsu?
it's got to be done.
Absolutely incredible. So they did this one, and then the last one I'm going to show. Perfect segue from Kyle talking about Kumi Mizuno. This really beautiful Matango figure with a beautiful base. And this is another one. This is a Kyle story. Kyle was in Japan on one of his many adventures, and I had asked him to see if he can find this. And I said, I think there's a shop sort of around the corner from Mandarake in the Nakano Broadway building. And I swear, I think it's the same piece that I saw like 2 years before, because it was in that same shop or close to that same shop. So he was kind enough to get this for me. And
it's one of my first Japanese adventures.
Like, was it one of your first? Well, that now
I think 2013. Yeah.
It was way. It was like when we first met. Really,
10 years ago, my friend.
Oh my gosh! And this is one of the one of my favorite pieces in my collection. Not just because it's awesome, because Kyle got it for me from Japan. So I love it. And I love her, and I love M1. And this goes out to Eugene Michi. And I hope when they come for Monster Palooza, if they're watching, I'll make it up there to LA. Maybe Christine can come down.
Yeah.
And then we can take them out to dinner and show them the area, which would be really fun. Because they are, not only do they produce awesome stuff, they are two of the nicest people you ever want to meet. And they're always generous with their time for Collect All Monsters. And it's always a pleasure to see them. And one quick sad story that I'm going to tell you guys: when we were in Japan in 2019 in the winter in February, they had invited Keith, Kyle, and myself to go to their HQ in Fukushima. And Kyle and I were actually in Nakano Broadway, and Kyle gets the text saying, "I'm so sorry, we're going to have to cancel because we both have the flu really bad." And I was really devastated for like 20 minutes, and because I really wanted to see their, the workshop and everything, and where the magic happens, but I got over myself, and Kyle's proud of me, because I was sad for 20 minutes, pouting for 20 minutes. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm in Japan, I'm buying toys, I'm going to the Subaru Museum tomorrow. What have I got to be sad about? I hope they feel better, and I'll get there one day, I promise. And they did extend the invitation to the next time I'm in Japan. So that was a sad story, but I'll get there one of these days, and I love them. Happy Valentine's Day.
Hey, before we move on from M1, I'm gonna just tack on a little extra love.
Please do.
So not only does M1 do Sofa Beat and the mommy piece that you showed, they have been working with kit makers for ages and ages and ages. So there are lots of kits out there. Leslie, I know, has the rubber version.
Yeah.
Do you have it too, David? Still?
I
Yeah,
do.
the 1964,
really
which
high
is
shelf. Yeah, that was
considered by some to be like the quintessential 64 piece as well. And the Godzilla skeleton kit that came out a long time ago, they have so much stuff. In fact, I wasn't gonna even do it, but yeah, M1 even released this one, technically speaking. So
okay, that's one of my favorite pieces of any collector ever. So, and I'm so glad it came unscathed from the ship. So that's cool too.
Me too.
Wow.
Anyway, I just have to also tack on a little love. And the last thing I'll say about M1 is that both at Super Festival and at Wonderfestival, I tried to get to the M1 table just to chat up Yuji and Michi, and holy tuxedos, it was so difficult. There were so many people there. At Super Festival, they literally had a line extending outside of the venue that didn't let up until all their product was gone. So I did get to chat with them a little bit at Super Festival. But at Wonder Festival, they had specifically, I think Shinichi Wakasa, the suit maker, was doing a signing at their table. So they had people lined up at the table getting tickets and then getting their autographs. And then after Wakasa-san, they had two actors doing their thing, which were Satoshi Bin Furuya, the man who played Ultraman, and Kaoru Ugawa, who was in Ultra 7X.
Awesome.
and also Godzilla Island. They were both signing things at the table, and it was
Wow.
like freaking impossible to get through that. Like I was like, I would have, and I wasn't buying
That's
anything.
great,
I just wanted to
though.
go
You
say
just wanted
hi.
to say
So
hi. And
I just
and
rock starred in for a second, said hello to Yuji. I said, "You guys are so busy," and then I gave them an omiyage. But yeah, like seriously, I
Wow.
hope that they do come to Monster Palooza, and that because at Monster Palooza they should be a little less busy than they
they will be,
were
yeah.
at Wonder Festival. So I hope you get a good chance to hang
I
out.
want to bring them to
and,
the desert, Kyle. I want to invite them down here.
That
for
would
a
be
day.
awesome, dude.
I
That would
would
be so
love
cool.
to take them to Joshua Tree. And real quick, one
Oh,
thing
yeah.
that they did release at Wonderfest. I don't know if you saw it, Kyle. Well, you didn't see it because you didn't get near them. They have 2 new trikes. They have the Imposter 74 Godzilla.
Oh my
and
goodness.
Yeah.
74
Actually,
Godzilla.
those technically speaking have not. They didn't bring them to.
Oh, they
Wonder
weren't
Festival.
there.
They were.
Okay,
They were
sorry.
going to, but I think
Who am I saying?
they're going to be coming out pretty soon, though. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I thought they were going to be showcased there, but anyway, coming soon are, John. I know you're going to have to get one of those or both
Yep,
of them.
definitely.
The Imposter and the actual Godzilla 74. So Keith
Absolutely.
loves the trikes. He loves them.
Aw.
Yes.
And one thing
They're
I have to
cute.
say, while Christine was going, he gets such a kick out of these Japanese toy company names like Sun Guts on Rocky One. He's like, "What is that?" That's the name of the toy company. He's like, "What?" He laughs so hard, and it just makes me smile because he's like, "Where do they come up with these names?" Pilot Ace, but Max Factory. He's like, "That sounds like it's a cosmetics company." It's like, yeah. But it's just funny. And anyway, I'm going on way too long. Christine, who is your love letter to, as if we didn't know?
Well, my Valentine always gets my heart going every time. I mean, I love a lot of Sakubi companies. I'm telling you, my number one is Toygraph. I mean, it's getting hot in here. I love my Toygraphs, man. I guess the M1 is the one that got my foot in the door into the Sakubi. But once I had my sights on a Toygraph, that was it. It was love, and I've been enamored. The only thing is they're a pain in the butt to get sometimes because, the company started in 2002, and by Shuji Kajimoto, and he stopped the business in 2010. But in that time period, man, he made some absolutely beautiful figures. The colorways are my favorite. So I said I was going to show a couple, but I have a table of like a lot. But it's hard to say what exactly about it. There's not one specific thing. It's just, I don't know. The sculpts are they're cute, but they're whimsical, and I don't know.
They're semi-realistic.
Let me just start. Yeah, so all the stuff come up. And the funny thing is, most of his sculpts, he sculpts and produces these himself, and most of them are of the 54 Godzilla, but they all look different. So here we have one of my favorites, this glittery beauty. But so this is a howler. I like also how they call it a howler because his mouth's open. I guess roaring version, but so they have a howling.
Oh my
54.
God! Look at that glitter.
I know, isn't it beautiful? And it's got the rainbow.
Whoa.
Oh man, I know. I only have one of his glitter ones, but man, I would love to get more. So we got a howler. We got this 54 that is holding a plane, and then we have the same sculpt, which doesn't have a plane, but I'm so glad. I got to track down the other ones, but
amazing.
So good.
I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. But and then we've got this cute little Valentine's-y dude. Oh, I got people falling over here. Look at his smile. I mean, this is one of my favorite ones. And they're just a cute style. I don't know, it's different. When you see them, and then we've got the poster version, which has a totally different head sculpt.
I love that.
Comes with the girl. And there's tons of different colors. There's I don't know, I have 3 colorways myself of this particular one, but there's more than that. And then we've got the train biter.
I've got that one. Love the train rider.
One of my favorites.
Gosh,
I know, this is such a good sculpt. So many colorways of this one too. This was actually, not this particular color, but the blue one that was on my card. That's the first.
That's the one that I have.
Full-size Toygraph I got. Yeah, And
Are
then we got.
Are you gonna show the divers?
Oh yes. Then we got the diver series, the diver set, which is now these.
I still can't get my hands on.
That's the best toy graph ever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I think, there it goes. Sorry.
Soft vinyl.
You took a dive.
Soft landing.
Sorry,
Soft vinyl, soft landing.
Don't scratch that helmet.
These are, yeah, I know. Luckily, I got Carp in here, so he's good. He's just, taking a nap down there. But these are some of the best, I think, that he's made. But all of these that he's made have been very limited pieces, like very limited runs. Like a lot of them were only 60 made. Some of them you could only buy, like, a lot of these are Mandarake exclusives. Oh, and then we got this.
Oh, that's fabulous. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is a girl of mine
Oh,
for a long
that's
time.
so cool.
Got all
I
these
didn't know
little.
you had that. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I didn't know you
got
had
it
Awesome.
a couple years ago. Actually, this is
Wow.
well, it's supposed to be my Cam Minute, so watch for the Cam Minute coming up. Well, I'll be talking about this one. And actually, I got to talk real quick too. My very first toy graph I ever bought. I got it for $70. No, wait, it was originally $75 at the mall when I used to live in New York. On sale for $45. $45.
Nice.
You're kidding.
And now they're like $300.
Wow.
At the mall?
Beautiful.
At the mall in New York.
didn't know what they
upstate
were
New
doing.
York.
What the hell was it?
Yeah.
Expensive or something?
That's a steal.
And because it was the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, to me back then, $75 was a lot of money. So I was like, oh, $75. I don't know. So I came back 2 weeks later. It was still there. It was on sale for $45. So I was like, oh, I'll get it now.
What's amazing,
and then
Christine? What's amazing,
Mhm.
Christine, is I got 3 toy graphs. Count them, 3 at Toy Tokyo in New York City for
my very first
just
Dream Biter came from.
just under 200 each. Like
I know.
from the case.
Yeah, from the
And
case. Yep.
I went three different visits to New York. I got 3 different
Dang.
toy graphs. One of
Can
them
you
was the diver.
imagine?
One of them was the diver.
Oh, the diver was 150.
Amazing.
No, it's
Wow.
close to 200, like
Oh, yeah?
155 or something, but under $200, which is
Oh
nuts.
my gosh, I would.
My
love,
only
I know,
trip to
like,
New York City, I went to Toy Tokyo and I picked up my my Serizawa. No, not my Serizawa, my Ogata diver set.
Oh,
Get
yeah,
out
at
of
you
here.
Toy
got
Tokyo.
it there.
And it was
Wow.
like one of the last ones they had. Yeah.
Wow.
They
Wow.
used
I
to
missed
have
that.
so much stuff there, and I was there
Yeah, they
when we were in New York over the summer. They had nothing. They had zilch.
No,
Like,
it's not.
Yeah.
so
Oh,
They don't.
such a bummer
Yeah.
because they used to have them hanging from the ceiling.
Mhm.
And then all the expensive stuff was in cases, and they had every Pilot Ace, they had Giga Brain, they had all
Yes.
that stuff.
Yes.
Sorry, scratch that. They didn't have
Not
Pilot
like
Ace.
it used to be.
Oh, then I got these two. Then they got the Christmas Gojis.
Oh,
The
those are super
62.
cute.
Oh, I've got.
I'm
I've
still
got
missing the
Chloe
black one. So if somebody has the black one they don't want, I will buy it because I need it. But gosh, no, I love this company. I really wish that he would start back up again. Because gosh, I mean, even though the sculpts are similar, like some of them, all that's different is maybe like the head sculpt. But I don't know. It's just, I'm
No, I get you.
obsessed.
I get
I
you.
love the colorways. I'm thankful I've been able to get as many as I have because, well, even then I was late to the game for Toy Graph and they were 200. My train biter was like 150, but eventually they, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600, 700. Now it's ridiculous to try to get one. So I kind of had to step out for any of the new ones I got. This, I think, was the most recent one I got, which I had been dying for this one. And I found it. I don't remember if it was either by Mandarake and I got it. I was like, oh my God, I've never seen it actually up for sale. So it's been a while since I got one, but man,
if you guys have
they're
that
just
Zenbu magazine, the from Mandarake,
The
they
auction.
have
Mhm.
several like a page or
Yes,
two
they
of
do.
toy graphs, and there's variants that I've actually never seen before.
Wow.
in
there's so
book.
many.
That's a really great
Look
resource if
at
you guys
it,
don't have
dude.
one.
Look at my babies. Like
Oh,
I love my
so
babies.
much for showing 3 figures.
So, I know. They're addicting. They're so colorful. I mean, pink candy right here. All right, I'm gonna be quiet now because I'll just keep going. I love.
Are you
toy
okay,
graphs.
Leslie? Leslie, you
I'm-
okay? Just
I'm
checking
fine.
in.
I'm fine. I'm
Leslie,
fine.
you don't want pink
Or
candy right
Mrs.
here?
Thomas.
I'm just checking
Is there
in.
glitter rainbow over here?
There's room for both.
That's all right because look, there's more toy graphs for me then.
Makes me
that's
sick.
my love. Makes my heart beat fast. My beautiful toy graphs. Sometimes I just come in here and stare at them a lot. And actually, the shelf they're in is the one that exploded. And I almost died of a heart attack. So I was like, oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the worst
Vinyl
one that
soft
could
landing.
explode.
Was it a DTOF?
Dang.
Was it a DTOF?
Yeah, the DTOF. The whole. So
Oh.
anybody, if I don't,
Scary.
I know it's. Well, they discontinued it. But if you have one, apparently I've googled this, and apparently they have a not history, but whatever it is that they can randomly explode the glass. And mine wasn't the shelf glass; it was the whole back panel.
Wow, that's
the whole
scary.
black glass
'cause I have
panel.
one.
I've got
So-
one in the bedroom, and Jonathan Portman and I were just talking about his. I'm going to build his. What do you call it? His 64. Ibaraki
yeah.
64. I said, do not put it on a DTOF.
Yeah, and I don't
my.
like mine's not overfilled. I have 3 figures sitting on the very top of it, so it's not like there was weight pushing it down. Like nothing fell and hit it. And I don't know if maybe there's.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there, but I guess they
that's
just like
scary.
randomly explode. But they discontinued it January of this year, which
Great.
kind
I
of
just
stinks.
bought one.
I
I just bought one in like July, so great.
oh good.
I'm
So
nervous.
just be
'cause I have some-
careful. Yeah, be careful.
Yeah, I have some really valuable things in mind. So I'm a lot of cast figurines on my DTOF shelf.
And they will break.
Yes, they
Oh,
will. So I
yeah.
need to rethink that.
Yeah, that's what I gotta do with mine. I have another one, and I'm very nervous. So they
Was
have a
there an earthquake,
replacement.
Christine? Is that what did
A
it?
what?
Was there like a tremor? Was there like a tremor that did
I
that?
don't know. That's what I was thinking, but nothing. Like if there was a tremor, then there's I have an Evangelion figure that if you even look at her, she falls over. So there wasn't a tremor because she would have been on the ground. Because like literally, you breathe or you walk by and she was like, oh, and she falls.
I mean, like
oh my
such monster
God.
art stuff, right?
Monster stuff is probably nothing. So I have no idea. It just
Scary.
decided into
Scary.
a million pieces. Not even a million, a trillion bajillion. Everywhere.
Yikes.
It was horrendous. Okay, so I'll be quiet now. John, what is your lovey-dovey company you got going on?
Well, I have many, but I do want to say something about the toy graph Sophie's. They're beautiful. It kind of reminds me of the old Steamboat Willie illustrations. You know, the curves and all. It has a kind of whimsical animation style to them.
Yes, animation style. That's it. Yep.
That's a good. That's a
it.
really good comparison, John. And did you see the image of the -1 done chasing Steamboat Willie?
Oh
Yes,
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
I saw a couple of those.
Hilarious, right?
Yes. Now X Plus gets all my love.
Oh.
But
All of us.
this other company, X Plus gives me the realistic incarnations of Godzilla that I've always wanted as a child. But this other company gives me what I had as a child in abundance, and they keep delivering in such wonderful ways that I love that you see me. And that's Super 7.
Oh.
Thank you for that great card there, David.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks for the cards.
This Super 7 takes me back to my childhood memories over and over again with these wonderful designs, from the packaging for their reaction figures, the Rodams, just so much they come on, you can't, they're actually delivering things that we love to see. Yes, you got it, David, and pull mine down. The just 7, 8 inch or Shogun Godzilla, and I can't bring out my Shogun Mecha Godzilla. Keeping that.
Oh, you got the Shogun Mecha Godzilla?
Yes.
Oh, I missed
number
that
370 something.
Dang.
But it'll never come out the box. It just will have to be forever.
It's huge. Isn't it bigger than the?
It's the box is beautiful. Everything is beautiful.
Wow.
But I will show what I think is just wins it all for me, and that's why. And David featured it on the card. Is their incredible, see-through Mecha Godzilla.
That's crazy.
And I need to take some shots of it just to show off the inner detail. And what was even more special and beautiful is because you can't throw it out as the box. I love this so much that I had to get 2 of them. One to just keep. It's just, come on. Super 7 is nostalgia on steroids.
Mhm.
And I love everything they do, even outside of the Godzilla and Toho lines. I mean, I'm going a little Super 7 crazy. I mean, you know, I don't have their like rapper series, but the Run DMC and all the other
Oh my gosh.
are amazing. So shout out to Super 7. You get my Valentine. And I still have their very first Super 7 magazine.
Me
Number
too.
one.
Wow.
Yeah, so Super 7. Gotta love them.
Good choice, John. Good choice.
Kyle, back to you, my friend.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And you know, it was kind of difficult to choose my Valentine. I mean, because damn, I love toys. Like, I have a lot of different toy makers here, and yeah, M1 gets a lot of love for me. Toygraph gets a lot of love for me. Super 7, I agree, man. Like, they've been knocking it out of the park recently. I don't have any MM28 stuff, but I can tell you right now, that is a company that I have admired for many, many years, just in terms of their visual representations of Godzilla. And I'm choosing a newer company that has not been featured too much on the show, but boy, oh boy, am I nuts and bolts for this company. And that is, that's actually TIG, TYG Toys, which is a newer sculptor who I'm just going to go ahead and, I have one piece from TIG, which is the GMK. It was a gorgeous piece.
Oh my God.
We
yeah.
did a giveaway at G-Fest thanks to TIG and Kaiju Canvas. For that, we were able to give away a GMK figure and a Desugoji as well. So instead of showing off my actual figure, I'm just going to sort of like quickly scan through a lot of these images that are all from Instagram. TIG has been doing some amazing stuff. I love their sculpting style, and their partnership with Kaiju Canvas has resulted in some absolutely phenomenal paint jobs. I know that it is very difficult to get these. In fact, so difficult that it can be absolutely frustrating when you're trying to figure out A, how to do it, B, what they have available. But actually, speaking of what's available, these were for sale at Wonderfestival, and I believe they sold out within the first several minutes of the festival.
Wow. That's great for them. Wow.
And these are just blanks. On display at the table, they had an open mouth GMK, which, if you're familiar with Nag's open mouth GMK, I'm not a fan of it, but this one looks really good. Also, that one in the middle there, Kaiju Canvas painted that fantastically.
Beautiful.
And their 2004, while I'm not a fan of the movie, that sculpt is so good. And they're doing an open mouth and a closed mouth version. I'm sure those are going to start showing up online too. In addition to that, John, they had this Mechagodzilla.
Awesome.
And, you know, I'm going to stop this screen for a second, and I'm going to present something else that I'm going to show off because, oh my gosh, you guys. They had this Mechagodzilla on display that was not just the vinyl, but also a bronze cast Mechagodzilla that you had to handle with gloves.
What?
Stop.
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Now this is like super duper mega limited release. I can't exactly say who's getting this or where it's going, but I think it's like very, very like so limited. Like it would be exorbitantly priced, more so than just a soft vinyl piece. Like actual bronze.
Amazing.
That's insane.
Really crazy. And honestly, it's one of those things where I would say, if you're interested in this, I hope you have deep pockets, because it's absolutely going to be a piece that is difficult to get. But let me go back to the actual photos. The Mechagodzilla, you can see there, the one on the left is actually limited release as well, and had light up eyes, which was really cool.
Do you have the video? There is a video of it.
Oh, sorry for that. It's wrong stuff. What are you doing, Kaiju? I do have video of it, but I don't have it readily available. I would say I would probably go to Instagram and look at the TIG account for that maybe. But yeah, back to the photos of TIG's stuff. I think basically what I'd like to say about TIG to sort of wrap up my love letter is that I hope that these become more readily available because I want more people to have them in their collection, as opposed to the Sun Guts and CCP pieces that we talked about earlier. These are big chonkers, right? They actually take up quite a bit of space, but they're absolutely stunners. And in my opinion, they're totally worth being like, receiving my Valentine love. Anyway, it did not influence my decision to do so, but I did get to share a couple meals with the sculptor.
Awesome.
TIG, so
super nice.
Awesome.
Pretty fantastic, and really, really can't wait to see more stuff come out from them. We were sort of chatting about like, oh, what could we, what kind of kaiju would be next in the series, and I was like, Gigan would be cool. I love Gigan. So.
Not biased.
Oh, wow. That was
Not
unexpected.
Oh, yeah, that was.
Yeah,
I would say
super
Rose by a
unexpected.
latte, but that's kind of biased.
Of course
too.
you would, of course.
No,
Anyway,
I think Kyle, they're absolutely stunning pieces, but I think you hit the nail on the head. They need to be available to the collector to be, I mean, I don't know. It in a nutshell is the frustration I have with Sofubi. It's like it's so limited and it's so exclusive that it's actually, it's infuriating because it's like I can't jump through all these hoops, and even if I do, there's no guarantee I'm going to get it or whatever. And I have jumped through the hoops and I've not gotten it. So it's
some of the hoops are very difficult to jump through. I did a whole video last year about a show called Treasure Festa Online, which was a Japan only show, and you had to in order to register, it was an online show, and in order to register you had to have a Japanese address. So that's the kind like it is possible to do this stuff, but it is really like taking things to the next level of getting things. It's difficult, and it's not super easy to do. And I want these things to be available to everybody.
Absolutely, we all do. Yeah.
So anyway, thank you guys very much for helping out with the segment and making sure that we had some hilariously fun.
What was it called again?
To share.
What was it called again? Christine, what was it called again?
Where are you at? Over here? Over here?
What was it called again?
Valentines.
Kaiju love letters?
No, you said Love Train?
Oh, the Love Train.
Oh, the Love Train.
Hop on board the Love Train, Leslie.
On board the Love Train.
John, ain't that an OJ song?
Yeah.
Ain't that an OJ song, The Love Train?
It sure
Okay.
is.
The Love Boat.
Love Train. Yeah.
Kyle said Love Boat. I'm like, okay, what are we taking?
Love boat.
Are we taking a boat? Are we taking a train? Are we taking the airplane? Are we taking an Uber? What are we doing here?
We're taking
No. You can't take the boat because the Shobijin said the ship must not sail. So don't take that.
Right?
That's right.
Well, you can end up in trouble on the train.
Come on, Leslie. I was inspired
well.
by your reenacting of the famous scenes in
Yeah. Again, it was poorly acted, but we did our best. So
it was entertaining AF. Okay.
Well, we appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Well, that's going to do it for our Valentine's Day segment, the Kaiju love letters. And I think we're going to move on to our next segment and bring on our good friends, Jonathan Portman and Ryan Wilhelm, so that they can take on our, where is this? Collector moment. What's
Hey,
up?
welcome.
Hey
No,
guys.
hang on.
Oh,
How's it going,
wait,
guys?
How do I
we're
do it?
by Ryan.
There we go.
Whoop, whoop.
Sorry, no.
Ryan, hey, Jonathan.
I'm trying to figure out which layout is the right one here.
Love it.
Oh,
All right,
with
let's
squares.
get Jonathan and Ryan right up here. All right, Jonathan, I got your images here. Let's go ahead and get cracking.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Well,
wait,
hello
oh,
everybody.
wait, hang on. I'm sorry. I'm a jerk. We do have a giveaway that we're doing.
Oh, right.
And
Ooh,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that it would be probably better for us to announce the giveaway first so that people can start plugging that hashtag into the chat. So, Christine, do you have that figure readily available at your fingertips?
It is readily available.
Ooh,
We are giving away, speaking of Super 7
Gotta
from
want
John's
this.
Valentine, this is
John.
the
Yeah.
Heisei Godzilla 1989. And you could be the winner of this wonderful boxed Godzilla figure.
That's a big
Heck
box.
yeah.
And
Ooh.
That's a good
I'll
one.
do my best, man. Wait.
I would have held out and not bothered if I had known it was good.
so we were
Great
talking
good.
about what hashtag to use to win this. And if you would like to win this, all you need to do, especially if you're watching live, is type into the chat room the hashtag kiss you guys.
You guys.
So yeah. So go ahead and throw that into the comments if you are interested in winning this figure, and we will pull the winner live using the StreamYard giveaway tool. But I'm so sorry that I didn't do that right before we threw up the collector moment, but my brain is a little scattered right now.
That's right.
And let's go ahead and take that off the screen. Hashtag kiss you guys, and throw Jonathan back up in the big spot as I get these images ready for you guys.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another collector's moment where we highlight some of the best and most fun pictures that we saw on the feed recently in the past month. We had a lot of good submissions. Unfortunately, Nick Sides is not able to join us. He is currently working and recovering from a nasty cold he got coming back from Japan. So just Ryan and I today. So let's kick it off.
Get better, Nick.
Ooh.
All right.
Very
So the
cool.
first one.
That one.
Beautiful.
Yeah, first one comes courtesy of Kitty Grizz. We have Super 7 Sokies. I thought these are really interesting and very cool. Not something that we see a lot in the group. And so I thought aesthetically, color-wise, it all looked very cool together. So I wanted to really show this one to highlight just a little more diversity other than just showing Godzilla and Gamera and Ultraman. So we have Universal. We have, a whole multitude of lovelies here. So thank you, Kitty, for this.
This is great, Jonathan. And Kitty Grizz, real quick, his name is Mel, and he lives in Seattle, and we used to hang out when I lived there. So
Oh, nice. There you go.
Right on.
shout out to my
Mel.
buddy Mel and
out to
John.
Mel.
There's your love letter right there, Super 7. Bringing out the nostalgia.
Yes.
I had
Yeah,
a
rich
creature from
nostalgia.
Black Lagoon. I had a creature from the Black Lagoon Soki when I was a kid. So, and that was long.
Ooh, towers.
Oh.
It's all about the towers. Shout out to Louie. She posted this. This is every tower known to my collector mind, right? So she posted this, and I think Christine said, what a way to flex. And Louie's like, am I not in the right place to flex? And she is. This is the perfect flex. I mean, it's every tower, man. So like, shout out to Louie. Shout out to the tower.
Awesome.
Such a cool picture.
Yes, it is.
And as
I love
Leslie
Louie
says,
so much.
It's the one made
she's
by
the best.
She's so cute. She's so stinking cute.
right, Leslie?
Yeah. That's fine.
One of these
So
days.
we got this one now, Leslie.
That's right.
Yeah, we got that one. We got that one.
Okay. So this one I chose because I'm very nostalgic for this movie.
Yes.
When I was very young, right along the same time I got into Godzilla, I saw this on TV.
Yes.
And I was blown away. I just loved everything about it. The music was also something I gravitated to a lot, especially that, Tyrannus, his theme there was always really cool when he's stomping around. So thank you to let's thank you to Crew Henley Crew Kenley. Sorry, I hope I didn't butcher your name too bad. for this box day dino from The Last Dinosaur.
Cool.
That's awesome. And that's M1.
I love box day.
Right?
Oh
Yep,
my
it's
gosh.
an M1. It's an M1.
And you know, that was like the story of Godzilla, Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. It's like the backstory. Compare both stories, Lagos Island and Last Dinosaur. They're like very similar. So that's a great piece.
Interesting.
I would love to
Take
see
that, you dinosaur.
Yes. Oh wow.
Okay, so we've been talking about Wonderfest, we've been talking about One Up, and we've been talking about Sun Guts this episode, right? Well, shout out to James JPL. Dude, this is day 6 when he was in Japan, and this is maybe my favorite little bit of his haul. He's got some really cool gems here. Stuff that I've been salivating over since he posted this. I mean, stuff I've tried to get myself on Bai and failed miserably, but like there's some good stuff here, man. So One Up is
that
on
Space
fire.
Godzilla kit is crazy.
Yeah,
it
I
looks
saw
wild.
those. The guy who was selling that was also selling a Destroyer kit that I sort of helped Bill get. But yeah, absolutely stunning pieces.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
James's overall haul of the entire trip.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sure
Things
he
of
needed, like, an
legend.
extra
Things of
suitcase.
legend.
The funny thing about his haul the first day was like he showed the first day. I was like, oh wow, he got a lot, and then it kept just multiplying.
Building.
It wasn't just one or two. It was like 10, 10, 10. I was like, good Lord, my friend.
Hey man, when in Rome, right?
Hey, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, right?
splurge when you can.
Yes.
You can do it. Go for
No
it.
better
man.
place to do it.
Yep.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, and
Oh, I love this.
of course, we had to
Oh.
pick a Valentine's Day one because it's the Valentine's Day episode, right,
That's
Leslie? Yeah. So, and he's like, I swear to God, these guys, I swear to God.
I love this.
So one of our favorite posters, Simon Lee, just aesthetically wonderful work. I love what you do with the light box and with your animations and your stop motions. And this just take the cake. I love this photo and everything about it. All the images, all the Sofubi in here is just wonderfully composed together and colorful. Everything about it is just great. So thank you, Simon.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
One of my
And my
favorites.
last post is from Daniel DiManna.
Ooh.
We've seen a lot of Bandai love lately, and especially stuff for this guy, Baggin. So this is a first figure for Bandai, I'm pretty sure. And I know they're doing the X Plus now, and so it's cool to see Kaiju that isn't super well represented become represented in the community now. And I know a lot of people are really stoked on this piece, and it's a really cool picture. So shout out to Daniel, and we appreciate all of these awesome posts in the collector's moment. If you guys want to be involved with this in the next episode, make sure to keep posting all these awesome shots, and maybe you'll see your post on here on the next one.
Well said.
Yeah. Fantastic work.
Thank you, everybody.
Very nicely done,
It's
guys.
fun.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks,
guys.
Jonathan and
Awesome.
Ryan, for being here. Okay, so we have collected some hashtags here to win. So let's go ahead and share the giveaway tool.
Good luck.
All right, we'll start collecting the comments. You got 20
You
entries.
guys.
Time to make the drawing. Who's it gonna be?
Robert Dwyer.
Yeah.
John
Hey!
McCoy. Congratulations.
Awesome.
And that's awesome. Actually, I have to say, I don't know John McCoy off the top of my head. So, John, what I would ask you to do is let's get you to send me an email, unless we're already connected on Facebook, and send me an email to kyle.yount@gmail.com. That's kyle.yount@gmail.com. And then I'll get you hooked up your information to Christine, and Christine will send out your amazing prize. Show that off again,
Awesome.
Christine.
Here we go. Here we go.
So cool. Congrats.
Yeah.
See what happens when
Yeah.
you tune in to
Oh,
collect all
fantastic.
monsters. Just
That's
good
right.
stuff.
Join the Facebook group.
Yes,
Big
join the
winners.
group.
That's right. If you are
Yeah.
not part of our Facebook group, we do have a Facebook group, the Collect All Monsters Monster Collectors. We have a ton of fun in there. People share their gets, their likes, their dislikes, all sorts of stuff in the group. All all the time. It's a very, very active group. I think we have, God, do we have over 2,000 members now?
I think
can't
we
remember
do
how.
now.
Yes, we
we
do.
are.
And we're growing.
It's wild.
And that's pretty wild for a private group. And please, if you want to join the group, just answer the questions. It takes 2 seconds because we always get so many that don't answer the questions. Just say you're going to follow the rules and play nice, and we'll let you in.
We're
And
cool, man.
you know, one of the main reasons for the questions is not really we're not trying to like, you know, weed people in and out. What we're really trying to do is just get to know you guys. We want everyone that's coming in. We want to know what you like, what you dislike, what's your favorite, you know, what's your favorite kaiju, what's your favorite toy. You know, it's all about getting to know you because ultimately when you join the group, you become family. You become part of the Cam family. And like everyone is here. It's the Camily, exactly. So
It's true, man. It's true.
The Cam.
We're all about building that community.
That's right.
And you know, it's great that we're doing it slowly and by word of mouth and by people watching the show. I love the way we're doing it. It's not like, you know, we're not desperate. You know, you want to join us, we'd love to have you, but you know, it's happening the way it should, and I'm very happy the way it's happening. And speaking of which, this is episode number 49, which means March episode is a big one for us. And we've got some stuff, you know, simmering on the back burner that we haven't really, you know, solidified yet. But please make sure you tell everyone to tune into that show because a lot of fun stuff's going to be happening. And anyone else want to put their 2 cents about that in there?
Minus
Episode
one.
50 is a big deal.
Minus
Five
one.
oh.
But by the time that show airs, minus one might be an Oscar winner by then.
Oh, that would be
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yes.
But,
I'm
You are
excited.
not wrong.
but until
But-
then,
High hopes.
King Kong is the only monster
Oh,
to have an
yeah,
Oscar
yeah.
attached to his name. All of y'all can suck bricks, and you boo me right now because you know I'm telling the truth. Don't boo the Rock. You boo me because you know I'm telling the truth. It took Godzilla almost 20 years to catch up to him, but King Kong right now is the only monster to have an Oscar. King Kong's the only monster.
I got one thing to say in response to
Where's
that.
down there?
I got one thing to say in response to that. So King Kong and Godzilla, there's room for both.
That's true. That's true. There's room for both.
But right now, there's only room for one. Godzilla ain't got
Why
jack
can't
right
we
now.
be friends? Why can't we be friends?
Look at John. Look at John. He is mad
Oh,
at John
John,
right
he
now.
is beside himself. He's beside himself. It's like
Godzilla has over 30 films, so
Hey, Leslie, don't hold
And no
your breath.
Oscar.
Ooh.
And
Don't
no
need it.
Oscar. King Kong does, not Godzilla.
what was that?
My pop-
1930?
Oh, now we don't need
getting
it.
it.
Okay.
33,
You get my popcorn
getting
here.
33.
Damage control. Damage control. Damage control.
I think we need an alert coming in here. We need an alert.
I actually feel that Godzilla is going to win. Minus one is going to win it. I mean, I watch the Oscars. Keith and I watch the Oscars every year, and we kind of know the flavor of what the Academy is looking for. And it seems like this is something that we haven't seen in a long time. And they kind of go for the underdog sometimes. And
True.
all of the other films, excluding that one, what's the one?
The Creator?
The Creator.
Aside from the Creator, which could be its only real competition, you know, we've all seen the special effects for the Guardians of the Galaxy films. You know, we're already, you know, it was great, but you know, this is number 3. It's like the 3rd time we've seen it. So
Done.
and Godzilla has, and Leslie said this many times, James Bond couldn't do it.
Batman could do it.
Batman
Batman,
couldn't do it.
Superman.
Godzilla has more films under his belt than any of these other
Years in the
iconic
making.
films. You
No Oscar. No Oscar, though. There's no Oscar.
I mean,
Okay.
I really
Just
think it's
saying.
He's been nominated.
Until next
Nominations are
month.
just as important.
No Oscar, though. Right now, no Oscar. He's got nothing. Just so you
I
can
got a
just.
nomination.
I don't care. No Oscar. King Kong does.
an honor just to be nominated.
It burns you, doesn't it? It burns you that King Kong got one and Godzilla doesn't. Doesn't it, John? Doesn't it, John? Look at me.
Oh, no. I tried to get them both on.
Look at me, Johnny.
I won't do it.
I won't do it.
He's not taking the bait. He's not taking the bait.
I mean, back and forth.
I mean, losers don't acknowledge winners, so that's fine. So it's
and that's why we're gonna see how well this. What's the name of the film coming out? What's it called?
What?
The Creator?
The Creator?
No, what's that one with Kong in it? What's it called?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
We're gonna see how that does. Will
I
that
know
be
you're not
nominated?
asking me.
Now you're just reaching. Now it's just
Will that be
pathetic.
nominated for something?
Now it's just pathetic at this point. You want to go home and just go to sleep right now?
Oh, wait, John, the nominations for the Golden Turkey Awards don't come out till later on.
The Razzies.
The Razzies.
Oh god.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna highlight this. Kong has 3 Oscars. Run, tell that. Go to sleep.
Bill. Thanks,
Go
Bill.
to sleep. Go to sleep.
Yeah, don't encourage him, Bill. Come on.
I mean, it's also a domestic franchise, though. Domestic franchises for Oscars are more likely to get nominated than, I say,
Now you're
film
just
or
justifying
Godzilla.
it. Now you're just justifying
And
it.
in 19
There's truth behind that.
there was also a depression going on, so people's heads weren't in the right spot.
Yeah, right.
Over how many years ago?
Desperate
100 years ago.
Oh boy.
You know, I know we said we were
90
going to
years
do.
ago?
I know we said we were going to do Collect All Monsters versus Monsters with Attitude, but I think we need a Leslie Chambers versus
versus-
John Ruffin here.
I'm sorry.
And this
sorry.
time it won't be a tie.
I'm sorry.
I got
I'm sorry.
I got love for Kong. I seriously do have
Hey,
love for Kong.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Me too.
I'm stoked that Kong got Oscars too.
Hey, look, I'm sorry. I don't fight the handicap, so hey, I'm not doing that. You wanna joust with me? Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay, you wanna joust with me? Okay.
Not gonna be a tie. You will need Jesus
You
Christ.
beat me to it.
Oh, look. I know where I'm going. I'm going to the basement. I'm not going to the upper room. I'm going to the basement. Pal, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He started it. I was just trying to finish it. So
I will be the Alpha and the Omega.
Oh, we already got teams. Apparently. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, Alex
my
Sawyer. You already lost if you got him on your team. Just saying. You want to get it too, Alex? You want to get it?
I mean, how many apes in the movie? I mean, Kong's getting washed away. Like, I mean, he has no relevance.
John, stop. Just stop. It's pathetic at this point. Like,
I want Kong to win an Oscar.
Kyle, please jump in here. I'm trying to save him.
I think it's time. I think it's time to finish this, actually. So let's go ahead and wrap it all up. I want to say once again, thank you to all my co-hosts for being here. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in to this Valentine's Day special and stuck around through the entire stream. You guys are awesome. Big congrats to our winner. Make sure to send me an email so we can get that all lined up. And congrats to you. And we will definitely be back, not just for some awesome supplementals, but for episode 50 next month, which is, do I have that written down in a thing here? No, I don't. So that is March 16th, and we'll be back to tell you all about some awesomeness. But until then, oh yeah, I got to do my closing
Until then.
title here, right?
Yes.
Until then, until next time, our planet may be doomed, our Earth devastated, the monsters are in revolt, and civilization is in chaos. We must unite and collect monsters. All right, see you guys next time.
Everybody.